On this episode of Project Big Screen, we got older movies getting some remakes and sequels. From the 80s, Masters of the Universe remake. From the 2000s, we got Scary Movie. And then our top 10 worst remakes of all time. All that and more coming up on Project. All right, Project Big Screen, episode 36, second episode of June, nearing the halfway point of the year, the 6th month of the year, which means it's summer blockbuster season. Things are heating up rather quickly. And we have 2 throwback movies. One a throwback to the 80s, one a throwback to the 2000s. It's Masters of the Universe, Scary Movie 6. And in honor of Masters of the Universe, this I'm not going to say in honor, because we may not hate it, but it is a remake. Actually, so we'll be doing worst remakes today, top 10 worst remakes. So I don't want to say in honor. We may not hate it. We are going to be doing our top 50 comedies soon. We've got to figure out a schedule where we're all here for the same.
Yeah. When do we need that list by? Do we know?
Send it whenever you can.
Okay.
We just got to figure out make sure summer months are tough with travel. I want to make sure everyone's kind of here for when we do those. But I'm very excited for that. Best comedies of all time. Huge list, wide ranging. So very excited for that.
Before we get into it, before we just making the last list we did, I had a live show a couple of days ago in New Hampshire, and there were, I have to say to Klemmer, I don't even know what other phrase to use. There were a couple of roadheads. I'm just going to use that phrase. Yeah.
Some roadies.
Thank you. Yes, there were.
Yes, there were. The road, yes, it was Road to Perdition was well represented. People were defending it.
I didn't know
so, my people.
Sam Mendes goes to your live shows?
Yes. Yeah. It was Jude Law and Sam Mendes were there.
Okay. All right. Hey, that's big news. I'm curious. What will Klemmer's comedy Road to Perdition be? That's what I want to know.
Oh God.
That's why we're here.
You say, "Oh God, you like the movie too." Shut up.
I like. We all liked it. I know everyone here liked it.
I had to spend
number one overall.
I had to deal with this defensive fucking guy like 70 times in the last 72 hours. Yeah. Oh yeah, but you're the guy who did it. So it's like Jesus.
Well, could you come at me? I'm going to come back at you.
You sure will.
I'll try to come back at you at least.
Before we get into it, though, I do want to know, was there something that happened between the years 2016 and 2019 where you stopped seeing movies? Because I feel like every movie that you tell us you haven't seen, because it's like the Bush 9/11 picture. Every week someone leans into my ear and be like, Klemmer didn't see this movie. And I heard, can you ever forgive me last week?
No, so 2016 I got divorced, so I was really sad. I didn't leave the house. 2017 I was still pretty sad. 2018 and 19 I think I was just figuring shit out. So probably, I'm sure there is that might be a reason.
The irony is, if you go by the Klemmer timeline of the stories he's told, you know who was really to blame for him not seeing movies in 2016 and 2017? Me.
That's true.
According to him, my radio show saved his life over those years. While he's I would listen with his dogs. Yeah.
I would just sit on the couch by myself in my friend's basement apartment listening to Kirk.
I don't want to hear this. That's my fault.
What I did.
I heard 1,000 fat sweaty men tell me the same story. So let's just go on. Let's start with the movies, Jeff. Let's go. Roll them out. Let's go. Please.
I did notice that though. It is, with the exception of In Bruges, it was a lot of them are kind of during the same time period. So I was like, okay. Masters of the Universe. I've been excited to talk about this for weeks now. Been excited to see it. We're finally here. After being separated for 15 years, the Sword of Power leads Prince Adam back to Eternia, where he discovers his home shattered under the fiendish rule of Skeletor. Wow, what an in-depth synopsis is. To save his family and his world, Adam must join forces with his closest allies, Tila and Man-at-Arms or Duncan. They do kind of something with the names in this movie, which I do want to get into, and embrace his true destiny as He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe. 2 hours and 21 minutes long.
That's all?
Travis Knight, the director, did Kubo and the Two Strings. Also, I believe did story treatment on The Wild Robot. He is an animated guy or has an animated studio. Bumblebee. He also is one of the great Nepo people in Hollywood, son of Phil Knight.
He's not the old Yukon guy. Yeah, different.
Yeah. Yes. Founder of Nike. Not to be confused with, I For a minute, I thought this was going to be what's his
Bobby
face?
Gladys Knight.
No. That is another. We could do best nights one day.
Carolina Nights.
Stephen Knight, the guy who created Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and then did the movie Dad Boat with Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
Among
Who's
Peaky
done other
Blinders
things
and
as
other
well.
good things. Yeah, he's writing James Bond.
Yeah,
we give him some flowers.
Yeah. For a second, it did kind of mix up in my head. Yeah, Peaky Blinders, whatever. Travis Knight, but he's had some things people like. Nick Galitzine?
I thought, is it Galitzine or is it?
I hope it's Galzatine, not Galitzine.
Yeah,
sounds like a treatment for an STD.
Yeah, I said Galzatine, but I don't think it is.
When I read it looks like it should phonetically be Galitzine or Glitzine.
I don't think we're gonna have to be worried about the pronunciation of this guy's last name for the next 40 years.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think we're safe.
He was good in Sheep Detectives.
He is good in Sheep
Camila
He's
Mendes
fine.
of Riverdale fame was just in the office the other day. Idris Elba, Jared Leto, Allison Brie. Jared Leto plays Skeletor. You don't see Jared Leto's face ever. Also, if you didn't know it was Jared Leto, you probably wouldn't know it was him anyway.
No way.
$54.3 million worldwide. It is a flop. It's a flop. It's a bomb. Amazon spent on this movie quite a bit of money. Obviously, this is based off of a cartoon, but really a toy line. This is kind of the weird reverse where the toy came first. It was a response to the lack of Star Wars toys for Mattel. As Kenner had Star Wars, as they made the toy line, became a big cartoon, is a big part of the era which it came out. But yeah, they spent estimated, this is always rough, $170 to $200 million on this movie. This is not great
before promotional, before any advertising or anything.
What the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah, I think that's what we're talking about when you.
66-88% split Rotten Tomatoes, 7.2 IMDb, Metacritic 52, Letterboxd 3.2. Our fans on 2.9. I'm gonna let Klemmer start because I believe you are a He-Man kid, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I do want to start with you because you kind of grew up with this. So if it's for anybody here, maybe it's either you or like younger kids. So I do want to start with you.
Yeah, I grew up. The toys were really well made. They were great. I loved the toys. The toys were always better than the cartoon, and the movie was never good. They were one in the '80s with Franco Angela. This doesn't take itself seriously, so that's a plus. But just because you do that, you have to be funny. This isn't funny at all. Like you said, Jeff, it goes on. I mean, this just never ends. This is just by the end, you just didn't give a shit about anything going on. It's bad CGI. It felt like bad Marvel. Like, it's not funny, bad CGI, went on forever, just introduces a bunch of characters. I can't imagine anyone who didn't grow up with these toys having anything to do with this movie. Because, like, there's a couple things like, oh, I kind of remember that. That's kind of fun. Other than that, I give this like a 54. This is not a good movie. And I'm kind of surprised to see people like it as much as they did. Because I'm like, if you're not my age, I don't know why you would ever want anything to do with this.
Okay. That's lower than I thought you'd give it because I read your Letterboxd review, but I didn't know exactly what you'd give it. Kirk, what did you give Masters of the Universe?
I'd probably be about there. I'll give it a 52. So I had no relationship with He-Man. So I was a little too old. I saw the original movie. It was good to see Dolph on the big screen again. I always like seeing my man Dolph Lundgren. I was okay with the setup. Oklahoma City, I'm kind of in okay. It's kind of cutesy, but you're right. Like, felt very like Guardians of the Galaxy, Marvel sense of humor. It's sort of all those bad Tarantino movies that came after Pulp Fiction kind of thing. But I'm okay with the setup. They go to whatever the hell the name of that place is they go. And then they have that first fight where they're in the forest and it's okay, whatever. And I'm like, all right, like this probably has like 30, 40 minutes to go. It's like 2 hours to go after that. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? He gets his powers, he gets them, you lose them. And it's sort of like, to me, like, if the Skeletor Allison Brie stuff works, it's like a funny movie in a way. But like, it felt like almost like a Dr. Evil thing. I'm like, so is he like Dr. Like, is he like a moron? Like, what? I get what they were trying to do, and I appreciate it, but you got to land it if you're going to do that. And I was just sort of not feeling. I will say, like that scene where they're down there looks, I think, kind of shitty. But I think we might have been talking about this, Jeff. Like, I thought like Skeletor looked good. Like,
Yeah.
I thought he looked fine. But yeah, I didn't, I just wasn't feeling it overall. But like, I thought it was an okay attempt. I could have told you if they had come to me 10 years ago, I told you this movie will open at like $50 million worldwide and be a bomb, but like, go ahead and see if we can make a fun movie. And that's kind of what they tried to do. We say this all the time, I know. If it's great, I don't care if it's 12 hours. Oppenheimer could have been 40 hours for all I care. But there is no reason on earth this movie should be. There's no reason Spider-Man should be 2:30, by the way, which sounds like it's going to be. But like, this should be maybe an hour 40, maybe an hour 50, no more. So yeah, just like a 52.
Okay. Kenjac, what'd you give it?
I was just realizing after you said OKC, he got transported to OKC as a kid in the mid-late 90s.
Oh God!
Like that tough time to be in Oklahoma City, probably, right?
Sure.
I never realized that. I literally just put together after you said that.
Oh, it might have been Scout. Yeah, jeez.
Yeah. So I think this movie is a good example of just the parts being better than the whole, because there are parts of it that do like Galitzine. Are we saying Galitzine? Whatever. I think he's charming, and he kind of gets that sort of himbo or energy across, I think, which kind of works for He-Man or whatever. Aesthetically, I think they get it at times, where it's like you get prosthetic costumes for the beasts, which look good. The 80s guitar riffs when they're fighting, like that is all like I think quintessential to the sort of character and like what you're trying to build there. Pretty simple storytelling for people who are like you, Klemmer, and we like you grew up with it. And I think also for kids where like you're trying to explain it, but also give a little bit of a nostalgia hint. And I also think, and I think you alluded to it, Jeff, I think the idea with naming the characters, like the way that they explain that, I think was a pretty inspired choice. But outside of that, I think the characters outside of He-Man and Skeletor are just absolute and total fucking duds. Like duds. Idris Elba, Mendez, the other side characters, the Alison Brie character, the roommate, which I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. The roommate, that guy had to get cut. Like that's one of those things. Like I don't know how that gets to the final cut. Fights are pretty boring, and the CGI backdrops, which like clash against this prosthetic look, which looks cool and is like perfectly fitting to the character. Really, I hated it. It looked like that you mentioned Marvel. It reminded me a lot of like Ant-Man Quantumania, like where it's just like these really brutal backdrops that just do not mesh with what you're seeing on screen with the rest of it. So I don't think it's by any stretch horrible, by no stretch. But I was hoping for something I would say beyond just inoffensive. And I think that we talked about it a lot. Like we were hoping, I think ceiling wise for this to be like Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves, where we're like, hey, maybe like our expectations are low and they'll get exceeded. I think my expectations were maybe like met maybe a little bit below. So I enjoyed it. I think if people like Brandon Walker, who like were obsessed with it growing up, love it, I think that's great. But I also think that they could have done maybe a little bit better of a job introducing new people, plus also appealing to people who weren't fans of it growing up. So I'm landing at about a 60 on this one. Like not world ending, but still wish it was a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, Gooch. Score.
I was kind of surprised. Just based on the reviews going in, there were quite a few critics that I feel like hyped this up a little bit. They said one of the year's early surprises. You know, it may not dominate the box office, but it was a pleasant surprise. And I somewhat get where they're coming from. Like Skeletor, easily, huge surprise. Like I did think when Jared Leto got cast as Skeletor, it was going to suck. Like it just was going to suck. I mean, Tron Ares last year, what the fuck was that performance? But he was great in this. As a voice role, he was really, really great. And it also really captured the feeling of like when you're a kid and you just kind of dump all your action figures onto the floor out of the box, and then you just kind of do a mismatch of like, this guy's this guy. This is the story we're running with today. It did capture that feeling. Now, I have no nostalgia for any of these characters. Like you said, Klemmer, no nostalgia. So I don't care. And it's too thin for me to ever give a fuck. And I get what they're doing, like the playful, like this guy's got a fist. He's Fisto. But then you stretch it out to a fisting joke that gets run into the ground 5 times and was never funny in the first place. A lot of the humor did not work. Like you said, Marvel humor that's 10 years dated at this point. Like it wants to, I think it had a really tough time communicating how seriously we are supposed to take this movie. Like, is it supposed to be a comedy? I don't know. It's 2.5 hours long and feels like it's 3 hours long. So I don't really know if I can give it that. I also think Nicholas Galitzine, Jeff
Nick,
from
we'll
Bottoms.
say Nick. We'll call him Nick.
Jeff from Bottoms.
It's Galitzine. I just looked
Galitzine,
it up.
okay.
Nick Galitzine is great. I think the Pemberton score is great as well.
Very good,
But
yes.
I thought this looked like shit, wasn't funny, way too long. I'm landing at a 40 out of 100. Oh, I don't know what they were thinking with this movie and how it really, how was this the final product that made it out of the editing room? Like it needed to be cleaned up 5 times over. Just kind of a really messy movie in a lot of ways. I don't know how this happened. 40 out of 100.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm definitely highest here. I gave it a 65. I quite enjoyed a lot of this. It's way too long. And I hate saying a movie's too long. I always think of the David Lynch clip where he's like, what did he say? He's like, who gives a fuck how long? I don't like saying like, make your movie. If it's long, it's long. But this was too long. I don't know if it's the Marvel thing. Now it definitely has the James Gunnification of Marvel comedy where it's like, a joke that undercuts, which doesn't work a lot. But the Marvel issue that it has, and I wouldn't even call it Marvel, I'll call it comic book because DC did it too. It's too origin story-ish. And like, I kind of get it what you're going for. It's like a full reboot of a franchise. It needed to drop the origin feel earlier in this movie. Like, I don't know, like, we can get more into spoilers in a minute, but like it just needed to kind of dive more into exactly what people are there for sooner and stay there. But I also like the look of it didn't bother me too much. I thought the characters were great. Like I thought the practical character work was pretty incredible here. Like I thought Skeletor looked amazing. I thought the Trapjaw character looked unbelievable. So I liked the characters. And there was one chase scene which looked a little goofy. The kind of like almost like it was like the Return of the Jedi speeder bike chase scene.
Yeah, the one in the woods, right?
Yeah, that was. I think everything else kind of looked like fun, like because it is cartoony and supposed to be great, silly. Like a lot of it worked for me. Like I enjoyed like anytime he was He-Man and he's fighting. Like I thought it was kind of fun. It was like a good time. But it's just too long. It's just too much overstuffed, and I think cutting it down would have helped maybe figuring out its tone. Because I think everyone kind of agrees. I think the tone was maybe the biggest issue is that it sold out and went for humor and went for goofiness, which it should have. That should have been what they did. And I liked Skeletor and I like when the characters were goofy and I wish that just would have been what they kind of went hard for the whole time. But because it's so long, it starts to get more serious moments and somber moments and like, like this is who you are and why you have to believe, like those types of things. And it just felt like a few too many cliches of like a run of the mill early 2000s or not early 2000s because early 2000s they worked like late 2000s, early 2010s, mid 2010s comic book origin story. Yep. But I did have a very good time. Like I did thoroughly enjoy it. I thought it was fun. I'm just more disappointed because I think it could have been up there with the Dungeons and Dragons type surprise where it's like legitimately like close to being like either really good or great. Because I think the pieces are here. But yeah, 65. I still did enjoy it. Like it was kind of a bit for me the last like month or two, like saying this is going to be incredible. If you put a gun to my head, I probably would have said this is going to be dog water. Ended up being like not. So I guess I'll take that. But we'll go into spoilers now. So if you don't want anything spoiled, leave it here. There's one big thing I kind of want to start off with spoiler stuff. And this is less of a spoiler and more of just, we'll get into the weeds, I guess. I felt like they sold out only like 80% of the way going all in. Like I mentioned it when we talked about the synopsis. Like I thought it was weird that they wasted so much time explaining the names, right? Mm. Like if you're going to go all in like the cartoon does, why not just have them be their names? Like they're like, oh, I kind of
liked it. I liked it. Me and Klemmer were talking about it after. I actually thought that was a really good choice because the names are so stupid that like being like this could only come from a child's brain. I think was a good idea. But that would be like to your point. That has to be then the vibe for the entire movie, which is not, which is a problem.
Correct. Right. Okay, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like. On one space, it's like you're explaining like Man at Arms and Ram Man, which is fine. But if that's how it's going to be the whole, then that's fine. But it wasn't, right? Like, it's like, it kind of made sense if his name was just fucking Ram Man, right? Like a Trapjaw, like that all kind of would work. So it didn't feel like he went fully like sold it the entire way. I guess that'd be kind of my, and again, now that we're in spoilers, I'll set this up. If anyone wants to go after this, I'll stop rambling He-Man, and then he's not He-Man, then he's He-Man again. That's where it's like, okay, all right. Yeah. Like I think he should have become He-Man and just stayed fucking He-Man.
And he doesn't become He-Man until about an hour and 15 minutes into the movie. Mm.
Correct. Yeah.
I almost think it should have been at the end. Like he should have been like not full He-Man until like the very last second, because clearly once he's He-Man, you're
or have him be He-Man like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. It's one or the other. When he un-He-Manned, I was like, when he showed back up in that fucking collared shirt, button down, I was like, are you kidding me? I'm like, we're back to Guy again? Like, what is this?
Small nitpick. Can we retire, please? And I know it's can we please retire like the dorky roommate?
The roommate was so bad.
Please. I mean, they even in the middle of even like the second, they basically fucking gave up. I'm so sick of like the roommate who's like living a dorky life and like has some crazy superhero room. Like, I'm like, can we please?
Marvel literally satirized it with Thor. Like they had like a whole like satirical series with it, and like. Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, you think that guy had a bigger part? And they were like,
this
sorry.
sucks.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, that was brutal.
But you're right. I couldn't believe it. I was like, was it that far when he's on the bridge?
It sure felt like it.
It's an hour. Is that an hour in? I bet it is. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
I can look. I made a note about it. I'll get the exact time. But. Yeah, well, yeah, that was where the runtime for me. I was like, oh, when he un-He-Manned this, I was like, oh no, it's like because the scene where he becomes He-Man's kind of cool, right? Like he beats the shit out of Trapjaw, like it's his big moment. He says, I have the power, whatever. Yeah. And then you're like, oh, okay, well he's all right. He's back to the guy again. It's like okay, he's back to like accountant man. It's like all right, which I know that's like part of the character. I know that, but. I didn't think they were going to go back to it. Like I kind of thought you were just going to like get
He stayed naked. Should have stayed naked.
The Elba character didn't work for me either. Really.
Not at all.
When he was like this drunk, all of a sudden he becomes this hard. Like I was like, what happened to him? Like I know he got shot, but then it just doesn't work. So I don't know.
Yeah, what's funny too? Like there's not a lot of stakes, right? Like nobody really dies. Like
no, it's not true.
Maybe hold on. But I'm getting to it. The dad dies, but then the one character that dies, and I'm sitting next to Klemmer while I'm watching it. Fucking Mossman dies, and Klemmer is just like in the theaters. We're next to each other. He goes, "What?" Like he threw his hands up in the air because Mossman got clipped.
You know what Mossman to die?
My favorite figure. It was a cool figure. It was all like felt and it smelled like moss. I haven't played with like my Batman guys. He was like the best figure, and they give him a bad.
Disintegrate.
Worthless, meaningless death.
It's a punchline.
Yes, he's a joke. Yeah. It was horrible. I'm like, you said you have no nostalgia for this.
Yeah.
Honestly, like no one should, unless you're like 40. It was a 3-year run, 44 to 47. No one should have nostalgia for this. It was such a thin band of time that He-Man was a thing. Mm-hmm. That's why this was going to fail no matter what. This was doomed to fail.
You know what's weird? But like, you don't say that to a degree, I guess, with when he took over for Bumblebee, right? Because when Travis and I did Bumblebee, because that's the offshoot of the main thing, which had already run its course, really. But I kind of liked Bumblebee to a degree, and I feel like he got the humor and what they were going for a little bit better.
I think Transformers is a million times bigger. It has
such a bigger franchise.
No, for sure. But I'm saying he understood it there. Like, you know what I mean?
The sensibility.
The sensibility there, I think, way more way more consistent in his tone in Bumblebee than he was in He-Man. At least,
well, Klemmer's been hammering this, and I hate to say he's right, but like, there is, even if this movie was the greatest movie of all time, there was a ceiling to it.
Oh, it was making this amount of money, whether it was good or not, right?
Yeah. It is a very, from a Hollywood business perspective, it is an odd franchise to pick up because there's no way it's going to land. Like, it's 0% chance.
Is Amazon just that desperate for a franchise? Is that what this is?
Yes, but what's this going to spin off?
Remember, Netflix got rid of this, right?
I don't remember.
It started with, is that right? Remember Noah Centineo?
That's right.
It got halfway through like the pre-production with Noah Centineo.
Oh my God.
There's also the very, very largely panned Kevin Smith cartoon as well, where they spoiler alert, they kill He-Man in the first episode.
Oh,
right.
So,
yeah. The first one was a bomb. I mean, the first one bombed.
No.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Langella Dolph movie.
It's a bad movie too, but yes, Courtney Cox is in it.
But I mean,
by the way, the Lundgren cameo. If you don't know that Dolph Lundgren played that scene is so fucking bad. Like, just he's in the
they lingered.
Yes, lingered for like.
He literally, but he also goes to me. He's like, "Hey, you got any advice for a young kid that's supposed to be so meta? He's playing the role that Lundgren played, and like you're like, yeah, right. If there's like a little kid next to me, he doesn't fucking know what's going on.
No clue.
Yeah, they lingered on that for a while. One of the things I think a question I had from it, I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think the IP attachment actually helped or hurt it? Because I think if you had the same movie and it was like you swap around the names, you swap around like the titles, like all this stuff, and it's an original fantasy movie, I think people are a little bit more kind to it than they are being because it's He-Man. And because it's He-Man, people have like a different level of expectations. Like they're instantly like saying like a lot of what we said, where we're like, who is this for? Blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, well, it's an IP, so it has to do well. But I think if this was maybe the same sort of vibe, the same sort of, I think, charismatic lead, I guess, at least, I think people are a little more kind to it than they are now that's attached to, or because it's attached to an IP.
It is. It's in a very weird like lane of existence in terms of like reviews, even by like just like going on like Letterboxd, people I follow, like everyone kind of got it in the same area. It's like 3-ish stars. Like it's definitely like they had something here, and that's the thing I keep thinking of. Like there was something here, it just didn't. They just didn't have the right parts for it. But again, people seem to like, actually the Red Letter Media guys, like I didn't quite liked it. And they're like you, Klemmer. I think they're the same age as you, and they kind of joke too. They're like, we loved it, but like, you know, they're like, our nostalgia is not going to sit there and be like, but what the fuck was that? Like, I think they say like, if you're kind of a loser if you care that much, because it didn't have that. It's not like Star Wars that had this like insanely carved out existence. So yeah, it's definitely like it's a crowd pleaser for who has seen it, but it's also like, but then I guess I go back to what I say, like if it was shorter and if it was better and like in the 80s for people and like 4 stars, I'm not sure it matters. I don't think it matters. I think it still would have made the same amount of money. Yeah, it's a weird one. I enjoyed it. I had a good time, but that's kind of the extent of it. Like I enjoyed it in the same way like I enjoyed like Godzilla vs. Kong, which is the one I always bring up. Like it did what it was supposed to do. It was aware of that, but it didn't quite land the plane in a way that makes it like, oh, this is fucking incredible. Just long.
Godzilla vs. Kong is incredible.
Shout out Wingard.
If the Red Letter Media guys liked it, you would have loved it, Jeff. You would have loved it.
They liked it.
They did?
Godzilla vs. Kong.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they liked it.
No, he's saying Godzilla vs. Kong, not
Oh no, I have a very high score on Godzilla vs. Kong. That's why I always bring it up.
There we go.
I think I gave Godzilla vs. Kong in like the 80s or something. But I always said like that's what it was supposed to be. Remember, Godzilla vs. Kong was supposed to be like what it was, and I think that's like what this came close to doing. It just kind of got lost in the weeds. Like it just kind of stumbled in too many different directions.
By the way, was that Green Tiger like a bigger character in the cartoons?
Battle Cat, yeah.
Is he like a big deal? Because
he's a much bigger deal.
I thought he was never coming back at one point. I'm like, wow, that was a weird cameo.
They had him just come back and it's like, oh yeah, they're best friends again. And I was like, oh, okay.
No, he was like a big part of it. Yeah.
What about the BattleBot? Because that when she got blown up, that was like the one emotional punch of the movie. I was like, whoa!
I was like, what the? She's like, Duncan.
She's like, help me, Duncan. She's blown to fucking bits. I was like, whoa, Jesus, E-Man.
I don't remember her as much.
Yeah, gotcha. It was a cool bot.
Reminded me of L7. I was waiting for Idris Elba to fuck her.
Yes, that's true.
I would say, I mean, it's a fun time. If you're looking for a fun time at the theaters, definitely go check it out. It's 2 hours and 21 minutes. Be aware. You know, it's not like an hour and a half romp. Though I would also argue that an hour and a half could be too long. That's maybe a hint for the next movie we're going to talk about. But Masters of the Universe are kind of all over the place, like in the 40s to 60s, but it's in that kind of range where like definitely enjoyable, but has enough flaws where some people may be like, all right, this just isn't for me. It doesn't work. But some people also might just thoroughly enjoy it. So Masters of the Universe, check it out because it sounds like not many people have. 54 million. I'm curious how much more it makes from that on a pretty big budget. But that is Masters of the Universe, the 2026 edition. Let's talk Scary Movie. We're going to call it Scary Movie 6 for the sake of the review. They are spoofing Scream 5?
Yes.
Yeah. Whatever.
Which was just Scream.
Yeah.
Right. Threw me for a loop there.
They are spoofing that. A familiar looking group of teenagers find themselves being stalked by it's fucking Scary Movie.
Yeah.
It parodies a ton of stuff, like a ton of stuff. Like I thought it was only going to parody like the last couple. It parodies things that came out 15 minutes ago. And then it parodies, it's a commercial on TV, so I'm not spoiling anything here. They parodied the Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
They got a 6'7" meme in there.
They did.
Yep.
They also parody things from pre-COVID as well. So they kind of covered a lot of bases. So the first Scary Movie, that came out in the year 2000. Scary Movie 2 came out in 2001. Scary Movie 3, which I'm a huge defender of, came out in 2003. I think Scary Movie 3 is just as good as the other two. Then it drops off. Scary Movie 4 came out in 2006, which is, I think, I don't know if anyone disagrees with me. People like Scary Movie 4. I think Scary Movie 4 is abysmal. And then 5 came out in 2013, and 5 is bad. Bad movie. So now, 13 years later, they come out with the brand new one. If you've listened to the older version of this podcast, Lights, Camera, Barstool, the director's name might stick out to you because we talked about him for 10 plus years. I was telling Kirk this the other day. I didn't know this person was directing the movie at any point until Kenjac sent a tweet to our group chat, the one that Klemmer has Kirk banned from.
Correct.
What? Correct. Is that the bit we're running now? All right.
I filed protests. I haven't heard it.
All right.
Kenjac sent this great tweet. Spielberg is a podcaster. Scorsese's an AI shill, and Eastwood is retired. We'll get to those second two things in a little while. A weary nation looks to Michael Titties to move cinema forward. Scary Movie 6 out tomorrow. Now, it's incredibly disrespectful, but also he's like a multimillionaire film director, so whatever. His name is not Titties, but it's Tidde. I think it's like
it's Titties.
It's Titties or something.
It's Tidies,
That's
I think.
Titties.
Yeah, it's Titties.
So we call Michael Titties. My excitement level, I apologize when I said I was excited this movie earlier in the year. If I had known this was a Titties joint, I would have never said that. Let me be very clear about that.
What?
So yes, he's done things.
Titties has a tough track record.
Oh no,
Michael Titties production.
Haunted House 2. He did that movie. He's a collaborator with the Wayans brothers. He did that movie Naked in 2017. 50 Shades of Black. Sextuplets. Not a great track record. This is bad. It's a bad movie. Made a lot of money. Made $105 million worldwide, which is great. Whatever, that's fine. Good. Make $1 billion for all I give a shit. But this is a bad movie. I gave this a 20 out of 100. I don't think it's the worst of the franchise. I think 5 is way worse. I think 4 is a little worse. But this is like stupid. There's a couple funny things that happen, and we can talk about it in spoilers. There's one thing in particular I was like, oh, that was actually kind of smart. Like, why didn't they do the rest of the movie? But man, oh man, if you love a good pronoun joke, run to the theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Some of it feels like they're spoofing things that literally came out like a month ago, and yet this movie feels dated at times. It's weird.
Oh. It's pronoun joke in He-Man too. He's got the he,
That's
him.
right.
On his,
But that's good though. I like that the human resources.
Yes.
That girl.
Yeah. She was very good.
From SNL,
She was
right?
very
Yeah, she's from
funny.
SNL. She did like the
Yes,
Lumberg
yes.
bit,
Echo.
I think, very well.
Echo.
Yeah, she was very funny.
Echo.
Yeah,
This movie could have taken after He-Man because it is just. Can you, the question begs, can you spoof too many things? I think this movie answers that. It's like, it's just too. Scary Movie 1 through 3 spoof a lot of things, but they're always done at service to the story they're telling. And like, I know they're dumb spoof movies, but like they work. And like, I just feel like in the first 3, very rarely do you feel like, oh, they're stopping the movie dead to point to you and say, look at this. Do you remember this thing? There's too much remember this. So yeah, 20 out of 100. This was like, whoa. This was bad. Kirk, what did you give Scary Movie 6?
I don't say this a lot. I liked Hamnet better than Scary Movie 6.
Oh no!
Wow, we
I laughed
found
more
one.
during the childbirth scene. I laughed more in Hamnet than I did during Scary Movie. They should have spoofed that. I laughed more during Christie, I think, during Scary Movie.
Jesus.
I just feel like it's exactly that. When I'm like, what? Who is this for? What year is this from? Why are they still doing this? And in the interim, so many other things have happened now. Things get spoofed so quickly. There, and a million people are doing it where everything feels dated. The new stuff feels dated. I don't think I laughed once I don't think I laughed once. I'm trying to think. I don't think I laughed one single time during this movie. So it's getting the rare one for me. I'm breaking out the goose egg.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Yep. This movie is getting because there's just no fucking. I get why it's made, but I will say this also, Klemmer, from a box office perspective, it's gonna plummet so fast this weekend.
Huge.
I'm talking down like it might be 80%.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's 70-80%.
There's a chance that's gonna happen. I'm gonna give it a 0 because I'm almost angry that this movie's made. It's over, and I'm not a fan of the franchise. Which one's the one? I kind of like the one with Leslie Nielsen in it.
Oh, Scary Movie 3. I love Scary Movie 3.
I don't hate that.
Zucker directed that one. Yeah.
Correct. Yes. I don't. It's just never worked for me ever. I've never really loved it. I'm not a huge. I like Airplane and Naked. I'm not like a massive spoof guy anyway. But boy, was I was like, why is this? What is going on here? This is this could have just been a couple of shorts they just put on. Start a YouTube channel. That's not gonna make $100 million worldwide. So, but yeah, this gets the 0.0 for me for Scary Movie.
Scary Movie 3.
There's nothing.
There's a lot of jokes in Scary Movie 3 which aren't spoof jokes.
Correct.
And that's the thing, it's the one, there's two things. It's the fucking sheriff. The hat gets bigger throughout the scene, which always kills me. And then the one thing that's a little bit of obviously like cop, like whatever. But there's one that's like, she's talking about how Charlie Sheen's character's wife dies. And he's like,
it's the signs, the signs.
Yep.
Yeah. Signs.
Yeah.
Off, yeah.
And it's like she broke her wiener, and that always sticks out to me. It's like really stupid humor, but like it's jokes that are at service of the spoof. Where this is like the joke, the only joke is the spoof itself. And it just
that's it. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. I just
holy shit,
dreadful.
Clemmer, what'd you give it?
Yeah, I like this way more than I should have. I'm gonna give it a 41. I'll say that up top.
Whoa.
And
Hell yeah.
It's somewhat indefensible on
You're
my
an
part.
asshole,
No,
Clemmer.
I found myself. I don't know if it's just the charm of the leads. Like I just like those people, but I'm like I don't. Look, there's no story here. You guys are exactly right. Like, remember when is the lowest form of conversation, like the Tony Soprano line. Like, it's not like Naked Gun with this clever wordplay. It's just spoof. But I wasn't miserable sitting there. And that's like the nicest thing I guess I can say about it. But I wasn't like I was like so annoyed and bored at certain times of the third act of Masters Universe. I just didn't feel that here. I was like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like along for this ride. I'll chuckle a couple of times. I just wasn't miserable. So I'm going at a 41. Now, it's not a good movie. I don't recommend it. I understand why people hate it. There's like 20 cum jokes. If you're a big fan of like cum, also having sounds like cum, then go to theaters. But I wasn't miserable.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
What a review.
All right.
It wasn't miserable.
Hey, comedy. Look, comedy's comedy. I mean, I
didn't lie. I wasn't like it wasn't even the comedy though, Jeff. It was just like the charm. Everyone.
Fuck did you like about
everyone
it?
on screen? Everyone on screen seemed to be having a good time. Like that was somewhat infectious.
I do think Regina Hall and Anna Faris did kind of like. I do. If I'm being objective here,
if that's your standard, Klemmer, you give the Cannonball Run a fucking 300 out of 100. Then. If the cast is having a good time.
But that's why that movie works, though. Like, and this doesn't work, though, Kirk. Like, this doesn't work. I'm giving it a 41. Like, it's not good. Yeah. But, like, yeah. I wasn't, like, in agony sitting there. There's movies that have come out, like, Return to Silent Hill. Like, that was horrible. I was in agony watching that. This isn't that bad. For me.
Wolfman was, like, 50 times better, yeah.
What was?
Wolfman, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
50 times, yeah.
No, I had Wolfman lower than this. I mean, the Wolfman had jumper cables, but yeah, I mean,
God, it's so stupid.
This was like,
that's right.
If you guys hate the zero, I would not argue that at all. So I completely understand. But for me, I'm like, I don't know, like I'm kind of having fun seeing Anna Faris and Marlon Wayans, like they're having a good time. I don't know.
Okay. Anyone else is high? Kenjac.
No, I'm actually at your exact score, Jeff. I'm at a 20, and I like the Wayans family a lot, and I think they're very underappreciated in Hollywood for what they were able to do, especially during that early, like late 90s into 2000s period. But this movie it's a total dud for me. And I think what I really struggled with is a lot of what you guys are saying, in that the specific joke delivery that is prevalent throughout the whole thing is, remember this thing? Now we're doing it. That's the joke. And like, there's no punchline. Jokes need punchlines. You can't just do, we're doing it, so that's why it's funny. You need a punchline, and there is no punchlines in it. And that very much to me has been, I'm fatigued out of that. And what really did that to me, and we talked about it, I think, a little bit too, SNL bombed that out of my system forever. Like, oh, it's funny because we have Bowen Yang being Richard Mueller, and he's just saying what Richard Mueller said on TV. It's like, that's not funny. That's not a joke. That's not a punchline. That's not funny to me. And that, to me, is like 50% of the humor in this, and maybe even more. Honestly, it's more like 70% of this. And then the remaining 30% is just the jokes aren't funny. Like, I think I left like once or twice throughout this entire thing. And for a comedy where you're giving off or rattling off a joke every 3 seconds, that's really, really, really low. And when the biggest laughs my theater got are just the Shawn Wayans like gay jokes, like which were the same ones that they were doing in 2002. Like that's a really, really bad sign for a movie. I will give a little bit of credit. I think the girl who played young Anna Faris,
yeah.
Holy shit, she nailed it. She nailed that character to like was it Cindy Campbell or no? What's her Cindy Campbell. Right? I think she nailed the Anna Faris like everything down to a T. But everything else just really, truly, truly a dud for me. And like a very much like a will testing movie. Like you're saying, short movie. I'm like 40 minutes into this. I'm like, I really want to fucking leave. I really, really want to leave, but I can't because we're doing this. So I sat through it, suffered through it. Did not like it. Happy it's making money. Happy these actors and actresses, who all of them I like, especially from the old, specifically the old crew, are making money. That's all great. Good for the theaters. Rising tide. All that. This was really, really hard to suffer through. So it's a scary movie. It's a 20 out of 100 for me.
It's almost like Klemmer has taken backlash from a certain community and is giving a higher grade than he would normally.
A 41 is not good.
I know, but I think you would give this a 12.
In defense of Klemmer, now I do think that's. I mean, I obviously wouldn't score anywhere near as high. I get what you're saying. Like you and I do. I feel like out of the group, we see a few extra like really, 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 really bad movies. Like I saw something called The Yeti. I had to catch up on Letterboxd. I was really behind on it, and the Yeti was fucking. Oh my god! So like 20 for me, it's still bad, but like I've seen a few things, so I kind of get what you're saying there.
It's also like I just seen He-Man, and I thought like that was so unfunny to me. Like it was like, all right, I could at least like somewhat chuckle at some of the things happening here because He-Man was just painfully unfunny.
I thought He-Man was funny.
Yeah, He-Man.
I got more laughs at He-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I
think it was funny. But I thought it was funnier.
He-Man had like a 3%
might
hit
make
rate.
like top 50 comedies compared to this movie. I mean, this was like.
I'd rather watch this again than. Well, that's not true.
Oh no,
well, it's quicker.
No.
It's quicker though, right?
It's quicker.
I think I might rather watch this than He-Man. I gave He-Man a higher score.
I will not watch either one ever again.
No, I won't either. But if I had to pick one to go watch right now, I think I might pick Scary Movies 6, even though He-Man's better.
Fast.
Okay, all right, Gooch. Let's hear it. You're the Scream fan.
Well, I mean, I didn't expect Klemmer to be the only non-woke pussy in this room because I thought this movie was funny. I thought it was funny.
Oh my god, really?
It was funny. I really did. And this is a shit ton, but I laughed. I did. I'm giving it a 50. There were a lot of things that made me laugh.
Oh my god!
I was sitting there.
Jesus,
I was sitting there high as fuck in that theater, laughing when fucking Ghostface comes on the Kai Cenat stream. Well. I was laughing at the gay jokes. I really was. The trans jokes, maybe not as much, but. Doofy still made me laugh. Anna Faris was cracking me up. Doofy looking in the mirror, not even realize he's looking at himself like a fucking dumb dog. Oh my god, this movie got me. I don't know. Wow. Maybe it was Masters. I thought Masters of the Universe was not funny, like at all.
Oh, I agree. I think they were both not funny.
This just
less not funny.
I don't know. It was so stupid that it made me laugh. It just really hit that zone for me. I was laughing at this movie quite often. I was cringing at it a lot too when it didn't hit, but when it hit, I was chuckling. And when I get laughing in a theater, in a full theater, that's a nice experience. It was also an hour and a half shorter than Masters of the Universe.
This was refreshing compared to Masters of the Universe in some ways.
In some ways, crazy. That's crazy.
In some ways, like
just
it just never ended. It was just like end.
I agree, but it's not refreshing compared to anything. Like, come on.
It really was. Like,
oh, come on.
We back.
The laugh was so hard.
All right, let's talk more into like spoilers because let's talk about some of the spoofs. I'm going to start with one. If either of you laughed at this,
do?
You need to seek medical help. Comedy is subjective. I get that. If you laughed at the Sinner spoof, you need to go to let's end the show. Go see a doctor. The Sinner spoof was one of the worst
trailer.
The second one stunk, but when he goes to the church and he's like doing the Christian,
the second one. The second one was terrible. It doesn't even make sense for the movie. It doesn't even make any sense.
None at all. Nothing makes sense. People die left and right, and then they're just like fine.
No. But that's okay. Like that happens.
But
in the other scary movies.
Why are Anna Faris's daughters even and the boyfriend even showing up to the party in the first place and like asking to be let in? Who knows?
The groan I let out during that second Sinner spoof, like if I'm Ryan Coogler, I might sue. I'd be like, no.
He doesn't have the rights to it, unfortunately. He does.
The opposite.
You have all of the rights too.
Right. How many does somebody compile a list of the number of films and things that were spoofed in this movie?
Let me see. So I think I saw it. It's
What would you guess, Klemmer?
Oh,
67.
I was gonna say 80.
They spoofed Candyman. That was like 8 years ago.
They had a lot, and like the one where I almost liked it, I guess, was when they did It Follows, where I'm one of we probably all saw It Follows, but so few people saw that, at least they acknowledged it. But
that was funny. See, that made me chuckle. Like, it's so it's so inconsequential to most people that when I'm going to spoof it. That's funny.
But then Candyman, the same thing with you, Jeff. I'm like, that movie was a long time ago, and like I don't know that anybody that was like, wow, that Candyman remake was great. Like, I don't know.
Scream 5 and 6. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Halloween.
Oh yeah,
the new trilogy of Halloween.
What'd they do there?
Megan, which did they really spoof? Like, what's the spoof? They just showed Megan.
They just showed her.
Dance.
Same with like Hard Eyes too. Like just showed
Terrifier, A Quiet Place, Heretic. I didn't even realize they spoofed Heretic.
We got to get to the K-pop. The K-pop.
The K-pop.
K-pop,
was so bad.
Crazy.
That was hilarious. Oh, that was so bad.
Going up. Yeah, we getting higher.
That was so fucking bad. Holy shit.
The Substance, Smile. The Smile one was pretty on the nose.
Yo, the Substance one where she comes out with the Epstein file thing and they had like a big drop for that. I was like, what are you doing here? This is so bad.
Long Legs, which, by the way, the Chris Elliott character must have had a pretty big part of his movie cut, because I think
it didn't make any sense.
He was very heavily in the promotion, and it didn't really work for that. Weapons was spoofed a little bit, but I felt like they could have done so much more with that. Final Destination. See, even the Final Destination spoof in the beginning where they're at the theme park, in front of the theme park.
That's good.
I liked it.
He's got a boner.
Until they did an on the note, as a background gag, I thought it was great, but then they overbaked it.
Yeah.
And they have like the thing crash and the kid like, oh, I survived. Like it's like no nuance. Get Out. Ma was spoofed. Sinners was spoofed. Candyman was spoofed. What else? K-pop Demon Hunters was spoofed.
That killed me.
It's so bad.
That was funny.
So fucking bad. That's like one of the worst. I think that might actually be the worst gag in the entire movie.
Some of the signs were funny. You drive by, you see the signs. It made me chuckle. I don't know. It wasn't good, but it wasn't horrific.
It was dumb enough to make me laugh.
All I know is there's going to be a commercial on TV when you're watching the NBA Finals tomorrow or tonight. It's going to say Barstool Sports says a breath of fresh air.
Refreshing.
A refreshing comedy. Oh, and like you said, the woke thing. I mean, holy shit. The woke prone. I'm like, oh my god.
That to me is like such like that Dennis Leary comedy where it's like my mocha frappuccino. I just want a coffee. You know what I mean? It's like we get that's such an old
be funny.
humor. Yeah,
it could be funny, but it just they
like a shade of nuance.
Streamers. Kai Cenat was in it.
Yeah, he got killed.
Yeah, he died.
When he came on the stream, when the Ghostface came on the stream, he just started fucking it up like with the dance.
There's kind of like I guess they kind of spoofed John Wick. They kind of spoofed everything everywhere all at once a little bit.
Yeah.
But don't forget when they spoof John Wick, she says, "Who are you, John Wick?" Like out loud. That's always just in case you weren't sure.
She followed it up with, "I would have said ballerina, but nobody saw that shit."
See, and that made me chuckle.
That's okay. That's okay.
Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw, the Michael Jackson movie, Hard Eyes.
What was the Michael Jackson parody? Just
It was Jermaine.
Just Jermaine.
Yeah. He
All
just
that set
sucks.
up for one Jermaine joke.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, which they called her Tuesday.
Yeah. Good bit.
And then
That's
if you
good
didn't
stuff.
get
That's
it,
funny, Klemmer.
Right.
if you
Brett,
didn't
that's
get
refreshing.
They made sure to.
they made sure to explain
refreshing.
later. you didn't get it.
It's a refresher.
It is.
But when
compared to the third act of He-Man, it is. Yes.
But when they were fucked up on the nitrous acid, and then they thought they were going really fast down the hallway, and then it turned out they were going really slow. That was cinema.
They weren't going fast,
That was
were
cinema.
they? They weren't going fast.
I will say something. I actually liked the reveal at the end. I actually thought that was really meta and funny, and I liked that being the motive. But like, I actually thought that was creative and
Yeah,
funny.
I'd agree.
Me too.
I liked that.
I like that.
I liked Anthony Anderson. Like, I liked them talking the Kevin Hart thing. I liked them kind of being like, why were we in where the fuck were we in Scary Movie 3? Like, I thought that was funny. But the rest of it, no.
Yeah.
You smoke some weed, Jeff.
Oh, wait, do you know when he smokes the clit and turns it into a big joint?
That cracked me up. The girl had the big butt plug in.
Yeah. Giant butt plugs. That's refreshing comedy right there.
Oh my God.
Once again,
Like-
compared to the third act of He-Man, it really was. You got to compare it to the third act of He-Man if you're going to say that.
This also might be the greatest track listing for a movie score I've ever seen. Track 5, hospital visit. Track 6, break room fight. Track 7, Doofy's house. Track 8,
Oh, the
Special
COVID jokes.
Officer
How could we forget
Doofy.
the COVID jokes? I forgot about that. That was
Yeah,
so
COVID.
good.
Yep. Did you need to spoof COVID? Like, it's fine. We think we knew it happened.
pandemic. Like,
Yeah.
we're doing this.
All right. Well, very wide ranging. A 0 and a 50.
It's fucking crazy.
Scary Movie 6. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's going to make a lot of money, which is great. I hope it makes $1 zillion. Though, like Kirk said, I think the drop off will be hefty.
Oh, huge.
hefty drop off.
It made 50 million. What did it make? 53 million something this weekend. It won't make 100 million total domestic.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way. Maybe 80.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in the 80s.
So yeah, that is Scary Movie 6. Next week, big week. Disclosure Day. Steven Spielberg.
That's right.
Cannot wait. Seeing it Thursday evening. Very, very, very excited. And then I don't know what else we'll do.
The Furious comes out, and then a RuPaul movie called Stop That Train.
Stop that train. That's right. But that's the guy I was just telling you about is in that. That I went to high school with Matt Rogers.
Yeah, we'll figure out what the other one is, but it's going to be a big Steven Spielberg day for our
Disclosure
next show.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very excited.
We should do a combo review that and Disclosure on the same day.
The Demi Moore
Disclosure
film.
Day. The Demi Moore and Michael Douglas. Yeah.
Movie news. What's going on in the world? We'll talk about a big one. So I would say that doubter's the wrong word. I'm not going to doubt Christopher Nolan. I did not think Odyssey was going to hit what Oppenheimer makes, and it still may not. But now it's the first time where I'm like, all right, hold on a second. Pre-sold 150,000 tickets for its opening weekend domestically. By comparison, Oppenheimer pre-sold 65,000. We'll see what that means. I've said small potatoes compared to $1 billion. But that's obviously pretty crazy, Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I give the Odyssey no chance of making what Oppenheimer made. I just think it's too limiting a story and the whole Barbie thing. And it was just,
That's a big part of it.
Oppenheimer was a great. And there were people who just wanted to see the bomb go off. Like there was also that anticipation. But Nolan, these sort of the Nolan heads like we are going to buy those tickets, I think, no matter what. Tenet made like 300 during COVID. So, but I think it's going to make like $700 million, somewhere in that. If it's great, like 800 million, but people are fired up for it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it that weekend on IMAX. Obviously.
Does the Odyssey have more of a pull though, internationally? Like Oppenheimer is kind of an American film where maybe this.
I think everybody pretended to read it in high school. Like I don't know. Like we'll see. I don't know. If it's great. If it's not great,
Greeks are pissed.
Who knows? But these are
For whatever that says about the Europeans.
Greeks
The Greeks are not happy. Yeah.
yeah.
No, they're
Yeah.
they're not.
They can't afford a movie ticket.
Yeah.
It is the first time though where I'm like, oh, okay. Like if you told me like, hey, it's going to happen, I'd be like, all right, well, this is what I needed to see to like, no, I would agree. I'd still say it doesn't. Oppenheimer it was swept up in such a insane craze.
Wouldn't you say though, we are kind of experiencing a craze right now? Like it does feel like there's a snowball rolling down the hill with Obsession, Backrooms. Like
we had like the best Mace.
Feel like we are getting towards like the box office is heating up.
This is the best Mace since pre-COVID.
It's just not going to have that Barbie arm that Oppenheimer had.
But I also. Right, like a great Odyssey movie with Christopher Nolan directing it, making $780 million is still crazy worldwide.
Yeah,
like it's still nuts. Like, but I also just don't think it's gonna be as good. It's like I just don't think it'll be as good as Oppenheimer. Like that's a very fucking high bar to set. Like I hope it's great, but I don't, it's a big expectation.
I'm very excited. Very, very.
I was excited, Klemmer, when I saw Robert Pattinson interview where he said he based a lot of his character on James Wood's great Lester character in Casino. One of the great
Lester Diamond is one of the biggest scumbags you'll ever find.
Played by a Oscar-winning producer of Oppenheimer, James Wood.
Was he? I didn't know he was a producer on that.
Yes.
Wow.
Won the Academy Award for that. Yeah, he was thanked on stage by the other guy. But that was the first time where I was like, oh, all right. I could, when I see the trailer, I'm like, yep, I can see what he's
James
doing.
Woods also played Hades in Hercules, so a lot of great connection here too. Shout out James Woods. Well, specifically for the acting, but yes.
Yes, he's a great actor.
Yeah. Great actor.
Unbelievable. One of the greatest character actors of all time.
Absolutely.
And a friend. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, James Woods.
Yeah.
Another thing, so that's the Nolan arm of things. Big news for Christopher Nolan. Let's now move to Scorsese. This was a tough one.
This fucking daughter, man. This fucking daughter.
Initially, I'm not gonna lie. So I use AI a lot, not for like image stuff that like we publicly put out, like all like graphics that we do for our show and stuff, all done on our own, like Photoshop and whatever. But like I use AI for a lot of like organizational stuff. A ton of it. It's great. Like I use it. I think it's a useful tool. So when I read this initially, that Martin Scorsese's adopting AI to make storyboards, in my brain, I was like, oh, like that's like an organizational thing. Like I got no problem with that. What's the big deal? And then you kind of unpack it a little more. And it's like the creation of storyboards being used with AI. That sounds not great. that's and I know he's getting up there in old age and stuff, but like Eastwood's retired apparently. It's like maybe this is a thing that allows him, but it is like that's not a great thing to hear because it is a huge creative part of movie making.
No, these old guys are so the old guys are the ones that are susceptible to the AI, ironically. Like you would think it would be the young people embracing new tech, but it's the old guys who I think are just honestly at the end of their career and very fucking tired of like just going through the process over and over again and how long it takes. And they see a tool that can make things a little quicker. And I think Scorsese kind of got seduced. I do wonder.
They also paid him probably a fuck ton.
I do wonder if he took this deal before the Pope came out and called AI a Tower of Babel because he is like the most Catholic filmmaker alive right now. I wonder if once the Pope put that out, he was like, oh, fuck. Like Roman Roy reading those emails. Like, shit.
I forget who I saw do it, posted. Maybe it was Boots Riley or someone. Like, they were like, yeah, like I think the old guys that take on these AI projects, like or deals where they get paid a shit ton of money, like it's not always the worst thing because they take the deal, they do the initial thing, and then they just never touch it again, and then that goes out of business because they always do. And so like, maybe that's also just part of it because it's not a sustainable business model either. So you never know.
Gareth Edwards had comments. Gareth Edwards, who recently did Jurassic World, did other things as well. Did that one science fiction movie that remember everyone said was like the greatest thing ever, and it was like
the creator.
The creator. Rogue One, though some of Rogue One, who knows who did the rest of it. He said, I can't see a reason why you wouldn't become interested in this stuff as a filmmaker. It's so clearly a tool that might be up there with the camera. It's going to be better than CGI. I'm excited. I hope you are. However, he acknowledged that AI is nowhere near the point where it can generate. He said it has no taste whatsoever. It's a genius at helping you. That's where I do get it. Like it like absolutely. There's definitely like there's mundane filmmaker production stuff. I'm sure that like could make things so much easier. I mean, making a movie is impossible to begin with, but if this comes at the expense of like storyboard artists and stuff, that's where it's like it gives you major pause. Like whoa, like let's not do that.
But even the mundane thing is that's somebody's job.
Yeah.
Right. I just mean more like, but I'm sure there's some mundane stuff that even makes those people's lives easier where they can focus on like the bigger picture stuff as well. Like I get it. Like it is one of those inevitability things too. It's like, it's just how it is. It's how the world works. But like, I know other directors are using it as well. I know James Cameron uses it. I know Soderbergh uses it. I think Spielberg uses it.
Use it.
Ben Affleck just sold a big AI thing to Netflix. So
but Aronofsky just did it too, I think. Like
it's that balance of like where it's like an organizational help you do the creative stuff more than like the nuts and bolts shit maybe you don't want to do. It's like, but if it's doing the creative stuff, that's where it's like
that's like with
problem.
I think it was Aronofsky's doing like that Revolutionary Wars series that's entirely generative AI. Like you're a loser. Like if you're using it to like
stinks.
If you're using it within the confines of like Premiere or After Effects to like help you touch up on something, like I don't have some huge issue with that. But if you're like, I'm doing a full, like the thing they did in Tribeca, like the full generative AI movie that we're screening, it's like you're a loser if you're doing that.
Yeah, that sucks.
I do think it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
For sure.
If you give,
there's
like,
definitely
even
no question. It's a gateway drug right now. What he's doing, like it's just gonna. Like, this is Martin Scorsese. Like he should not be doing this. If he keeps doing it, I already took one movie off his list. I'm gonna take another one off his resume before his fucking. And it's gonna be a big one. Just a warning. I think Paul Schrader is a longtime collaborator, a legend, a madman, but
he's addicted.
I think he was like dating an AI person. He said,
the AI person broke up with him because
she dumped him. Yeah,
because he was such a creep.
It's almost hard to believe he wrote Taxi Driver when you.
Schrader was the first person to molest an AI.
Literally. Which honestly checks out.
Go watch Mishima, one of the best things in the Criterion Collection. So also Clint Eastwood retired, apparently.
I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, I saw some story. He is 96. I think it's, I will say, if the last shot of the movie ever directed is the last shot of Juror number 2, that's a pretty good way to go out, I think. I think it's time. He's the greatest movie star in history. His career will never be matched. Like, I think we're good. I think I'm good with Clint. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad he went out with, because that's I like that movie more than like the other, say the last like 3.
Cry Macho or
I like the Mule.
I
like the more.
For me, Juror number 2 was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree. And I don't know if he fucking directed it or not, by the way. I have no idea. But
why? I believe. I don't know. Maybe I'm naive. I think he did.
Well, he's like 90. Well, he's like 94. Like I don't know how much help he got.
Watch it turns out AI directed it.
That would really bum me out.
But yeah,
I do hope he gets like one more. I don't know if it's an appearance in a movie, another like just something where he can get his flowers. I mean, he's 92. Like I would like for us all.
96.
96. He was 92 when he directed the Juror number 2. That's what it was. But just like one more chance for everyone to just stop and be like, yeah, he's if not the greatest movie. He's an irreplaceable Hollywood icon, like a pillar, like top to bottom, every part of the industry. Like, just stop and think about that.
Yep.
He's making movies in 1960, and then 2024 he directed a relevant movie. Like, there'll never be a career like that ever. It's not going to happen. I don't think Kane Parsons, 64 years from now is going to be directing. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but yeah, we'll see.
And then one more thing, Gene Wilder biopic, apparently, which Gooch, you tweeted it. I mean, let's just talk about the Jeremy Allen White. I mean, everyone like,
please,
you gotta cast Jeremy Allen White. It's like,
have you ever watched Jeremy Allen White in anything? Like, it's just not. Even if you think he's a good actor, he is so far off from like Gene Wilder's whole persona and ethos. Like, it just does not line up even a little bit.
He's so mopey.
I don't need this brooding shitbird playing Gene Wilder in a movie. I'm good. We're good.
It's closer to that than
let somebody else.
Yeah.
Yes. Let somebody. I don't know who knows, but
yeah.
Kirk, what have you been watching lately?
Also,
no, go ahead.
What's the movie?
Yeah.
Like, what's a fucking Gene Wilder movie? Like,
no.
He lived a pretty nice life, and he's married to what's the inner conflict? Like, what did I miss something in his career, Klemmer? Am I like what?
I don't know. I said maybe the Gilda stuff. It's very sad.
Yeah, I read the Deadline article, and I think the director
was
focus
on that
Gilda cancer years. Yes.
Oh, okay, all right. If you okay, so it's not like a Cradle to Grave Gene Wilder. Okay.
Who plays Mel Brooks in that too? There's a lot.
Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks plays Mel Brooks.
Yeah, that actually would be a very good bit.
You're still going. I finished the 4 seasons, Jeff. Season 2. Steve Carell does show up in an episode. It was fine. That's really been it. I was working kind of hard the last couple weeks, but I did finish season 2, which I thought was better than season 1.
I've enjoyed it more than season 1. Season 1 kind of puttered out for me. Yeah, I watched that. Your Friends and Neighbors. I'm just not. The season finale of season 2 was so baffling. I actually looked up if it was the actual season finale. I do quite like that Widow's Bay show. What a weird fucking show on Apple TV.
Very
That
good.
is and I mean that that's a compliment. There's one episode that just aired last week that was like, what the fuck was that? Like, that was crazy. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed Widow's Bay so far. Which I think there's a few more episodes left. Otherwise, some movies that last week you guys did Backrooms. I liked Backrooms quite a bit. Opposite though of Master Universe, not long enough. It's like, give us some more time on some, like, give us, go a little more in depth. But I thought for like a 12-year-old directed the movie, was he 20? Fucking impressive, like really solid. And Renata Rines was like, it doesn't feel like everything she's in ends up being like somewhat successful, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, those are kind of the things that I watched. Gooch, anything for you?
Not really. I started rewatching Always Sunny. My girlfriend has never seen it, so I had a fun time going through season 2 Saturday night. But outside of that, no. Watching the Knicks. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah, Widow's Bay's been good. I rewatched Night at the Roxbury last night.
Oh yeah.
That movie, that I think is like one of the perfect things perfect versions of an SNL movie where it's like maybe 80 minutes long maximum, and like in and out, deliver a few jokes, don't expand too much. I think that's like the kind of the sweet spot for an SNL movie. It's not like great by any stretch, but I think both Catan and Farrell are very funny.
And Super Critics, Robbie Fox and I talk about The Mask, the 1994 Mask with Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. Neither of us liked it very much.
That's crazy.
I hate that movie.
I know. I'm sure you don't like it. That is not. I do like The Mask, though. I like The Mask. I thought Klemmer, actually, that's a little surprising to me. I feel like you would. I'll have to listen to what you say. I haven't listened yet, but I'll have to listen to what you say about it.
I expected to like it more. It just doesn't hold up very well.
Wait, have you not seen it? Oh,
no, I hadn't seen it since it came out.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's not.
There's a scene in Running Out the Roxbury where Chaz Belmontari, he's like the nightclub guy.
Yes.
He's like, I gotta go talk to Jim Carrey real quick. He's like, hey, Jim, you pet detective bastard, get over here. This is funny.
Is he in it?
Jim's not.
Oh, because he was in the original sketch.
Yeah, but
The
the
sketch,
SNL one, yeah, but no, not in the movie.
So before we move on, I'll just a few physical media things. I went on a podcast, Steelbook Obsessed, for 3 hours. We talked about favorite physical like media art. We're just talking about just different releases, and so go check that out. It was a good time with him. I'm going to do more in kind of the space over the summer once trivia ends. So if there's anything you want us to kind of review and talk about, like kind of some side video and stuff. But here's some things I got recently. But yeah, let me know what you want to hear. I do reviews or releases and shit, because obviously this is a problem that's not ending. Got a couple new ones though. Hundreds of Beavers, fantastic movie. Another Vinegar Syndrome release. One of the better movies released last year, comedy wise. I feel like should still just be blown up more. Another one, a favorite of the panel here, Blackberry.
Oh yeah,
very good.
Shout out Matt Johnson. This is not just a good movie, an incredibly easy rewatch that like every now and then, like I got my iPad on the plane and there's like 30 minutes left in the flight. I'll just throw on part of Blackberry. It's just so well done. So I finally got Blackberry on physical media.
I was going to say, on that one, Jeff, Blackberry's the best plane movie ever.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, great. I hesitate saying because it sounds almost like an insult, but like, no, it's really like, yeah.
Right.
Michael Mann movie, which I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
But I wanted, I wanted to get the Keep.
Yep.
Got the Keep from Michael Mann. So this was a blind. It's a blind spot for me. I've not seen this, so we'll be watching the Keep. But want to make sure I get it because mild completionist in some directors. I got Green Room from Second Sight.
Banger.
eBay pick a Green Room. One of the better action horror. Would you call it?
Yeah.
Movies of recent memory. There's kind of like that early phase in the last like 10 years where it's like, oh, horror's kind of got like a renaissance, a different vibe. Picked up this from Imprint, Carrie. Great little articular here, cool. Kind of changes as you move it. Love this box.
Might be talking about that later.
Had to get Carrie.
They should remake that.
And then finally, this is the best thing that I own now. So I went on that podcast, Steelbook Obsessed. I had to get it. The box art for The Raid is fucking incredible.
Oh, that's a sick one. Yeah.
It's just the building. This thing is
great
awesome.
time to talk about
it.
it.
Is great.
We have the Joe Taslim interview today. He was in The Raid.
Yeah.
Umbrella. One of my favorite new labels that I've been buying from. So just wanted to show these off. But yeah, if there's anything you wanted to, I figured, you know what? Fuck it. I'll become a physical media influencer. That'll be my new thing. So yeah, I just want to show some of those off. Got all those. Very excited. I'm going to watch The Keep tonight.
This episode is brought to you by The Furious, in theaters on June 12th. If you're the kind of person who misses action movies where people are actually getting thrown through walls instead of everything being CGI blurs, this is the one for you. You'll hear us talk about it a lot with Joe Taslim later on, and we also did a Q&A screening with him, as well as a very interesting video, which you're going to see later on. The talent behind it is no joke. It's directed by action icon Kenji Tanigaki. It's produced by Bill Kong, the legendary producer behind Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, and some of the other greatest martial arts movies ever made. You can feel the old school influence throughout the movie. The action feels physical, grounded, real, and the set pieces keep escalating in a way that reminds you why seeing this stuff in the theater is so much fun. They are already calling it, the critics that is, the instant masterpiece and one of the best action movies of the decade. Check it out in theaters on June 12th. My favorite action movie since The Raid. All right, we are very, very, very happy to be joined today by Joe Taslim, star of The Furious.
Let's go.
We're excited. We're not only just doing the interview today, but we're also be doing a lot of other stuff throughout the course of the day, which you're going to see released over the next couple of weeks. So very pumped to have you in the office. I've been a huge fan for ages, and we're here to talk about a movie that is awesome. Again, The Furious, a father fights fiercely against the ruthless kidnappers to save his abducted daughter, coming out in the U.S. on June 12th. I've described this movie to people. It's almost like, to me, if Taken was Liam Neeson was a world-class martial artist instead of a 60-year-old man. Mm-hmm. That's been my elevator pitch to people. I'm like, that's what you're getting out of this. Yeah. You're getting like a very athletic, limber, martial arts heavy Liam Neeson in that sort of plot line. But how would you describe it to people?
It's so far it's the most complex action movie in terms of choreography in my career. I think the 5-way fight in the end, for me, that was probably, I don't know even like in the future I can top that fight, because I just saw it again in LA. I was like, from a third perspective, because when I was in it, when I was doing it, for me, like, okay, this is crazy. But from this, when I was putting myself as an audience, I was like, holy cow. I'm like, how did those people manage to do it?
Yeah.
And the reception, by the way, at TIFF, incredible.
So cool.
Incredible. What was that like, by the way? Like back 14 years after the raid, back in Midnight Madness. Like,
right? Okay, I got introduced. I think I was born at TIFF because that was my first time out of Asia.
Was it in the Toronto Film Festival? That's
yes,
crazy.
That was like first time out of the continent, and then it was with the raid, and then. Well, we won Midnight Madness, and then coming back 14 years ago, 14 years later, I was like, same people recognize, people who came for the raid and came back, and I will come back. I was like, Toronto, you have a place in my heart forever. Yeah. And then how they reacted to it, it was crazy.
I mean, I feel like that's the only way to react, though.
Watching this.
You know what I mean?
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Your style has upgraded a lot, by the way, in between those 2 points, because I went and watched the Raid one, and you got like the what's his name, Limp Bizkit, like the backwards fitted hat on. You're like all posed up like a young guy in the first one, and then you fast forward and you're like fully fitted out.
Yeah.
Style's grown up a while.
I was looking for it a third time, maybe someday in the future.
Hell yeah.
Something that can top this one, but I don't know. For me, like, I got to work so hard.
How many more martial arts styles can you add into a single movie? I think is the question.
This is crazy, right? We have like everything.
Crazy.
So how collaborative was this experience? Because the collective knowledge base in this between yourself, between Xiao Miao, between Brian Lay, between Kenji, like there's like 50, every single incredible martial arts mind is in one room while you're filming. So how collaborative was the experience?
Super collaborative. Because those people, I mean, like Xiao Miao, Brian, Joey, Yayan.
A
good friend of mine.
Yeah, old friend, yeah.
Well, I mean, they were super collaborative, and then great people. I think for me, especially in my opinion, to be able to, nail a super complex choreography, it depends on the people we're working with. If the people like open and then want to collaborate with you, and then humble, it's a lot more easier, And then the good thing shooting movies in Asia, we understand, because this is like something, you could injure yourself, you could injure your co-actors if you're not building chemistry. Yeah. So realizing that, I think chemistry is the most important thing. Once you have that, then everything else, like, of course, pain is part of the game. Oh, yeah. Exhaustion is, of course, part of the game, because, Kenji demanded no double for all the fight scenes. And then, we had a lot of fun. I got kicked a couple of times in the head. I got punched a couple of times in the face. So all good, we laugh about it.
Yeah. His legs
a
were so
beautiful
long,
thing.
by the way. Those kicks looked painful.
Yep.
Yeah, those looked rough.
Speaking on that chemistry, I saw an interview where you said that you spent 9 hours a day for about a month leading up to the 60-day shoot. Is that like typical for the productions that you've worked on in the past? Or is this something like Kenji, like especially talking about wanting to use actors instead of actors who don't need stuntmen as frequently? Is that a normal experience for you?
In Asia, yes, quite normal.
Really?
I think even the raid, Garrett was like, "What double?" I was like, at that time, I didn't know what was double, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then, of course, after that, I my career progressing, and then I did a couple international movies, and I just, there is a double.
Going from like The Night Comes to Us to like Fast and Furious, I'm sure it's like a very different experience.
Totally different, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Of course, here, Hollywood, everything is super, safe.
Yes.
They cannot risk it.
Liability.
Because, yeah. I think because if something happened, they got to shut down for like another 2 months if someone break ankles or ACL. So for me, it makes sense. I don't know what's going on in Asia, to be honest. Like, we just like to challenge ourselves that we know that it could hurt ourselves, but we just like, let's do it.
There's some actors here that still get it. Like where we love Tom Cruise, obviously. Like Tom Cruise is the guy that really gets that.
It's like someone I look.
It makes a
look up
huge
to.
difference in everyone on set.
Yeah.
Is
Yes.
bought in that way.
Yes, if you're an audience member, your immersion stays so much better if like like they're dedicating themselves into that moment.
True. And the beautiful thing about it, Jack, that fight scene is storytelling.
Of course.
And then for me, the audience needs to embrace and resonate with the actors. So once they cut too much, so many cuts, and then cut because using double, of course, they have to kind of like, hide the face and stuff like that. It ruins the storytelling, in my opinion. For me, of course, I had a fight that used double because for safety reason, international projects. And then, of course, my experience shot action movies in Asia that I have to do it myself. It's just totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something I love, especially at least for us when we watch action movies that we would watch, like Western ones growing up. You get a certain look to it, like if it's Bourne Supremacy or something. It's shaky cam, a lot of cutting around. Yeah. But then I remember after that, when I was younger, I went and watched like Police Story. And you watch Police Story, and you're like, Jackie sticks on a shot for like a minute, and he does not. You see him head to toe, and you see him take down 5 different guys all at once, and then you go to the next scene.
The one and only. I think no one can top Jackie Chan. He's the one and only. Because for me, like I know for sure for a fight scene, if there's a fight choreography, I would definitely gonna fight. Like, let me do it. Mm-hmm. But of course, like Jackie, he did like crazy stuff, like jumping from like
the acrobatics
floor and then from helicopter. Like for me, like I don't think I can do it. Yeah. He's a daredevil.
Him and Sammo and Yen Biao, right? Yen Biao, that like the 3 dragon guys that they just like, oh my gosh, their movies are just they're incredible.
Back in old days, less restriction, but they did it, and then forever, no one can top them for sure.
Incredible. But in this one, you have a lot of and this is something else you see a ton of in I would say those old 80s, 90s Hong Kong movies. A lot of environmental fighting in The Furious. Yeah. I'm kind of curious because like you have like let's say there's an item you grab from a scene and like you're now using it throughout the rest of the scene. Yeah. How much of that was planned out way ahead of time, and how much of that was like, okay, we have this stuff here, why don't we use this?
I think most of the time, most of the things planned by Kenji. Mm-hmm. He's a visionary. With Kensuke Sonomura, also like such great director, great action director. So all of those weapons that we use, they thought about it before.
Mm-hmm. Like the palette, I love the palette as an environmental object to use. Yeah. I love
and the stairs that I used. I was like, really? At first I was like, yes. And then the bicycle. I was like, what? But they did it.
Yeah. It looked incredible. And obviously you're well seasoned in a bunch of different martial arts practices. Mm-hmm. But what was it like your fight early on with Xiaomao, who has like very different, because that's a wushu, right?
Yeah.
So wushu comparatively to judo and penchik and like all these other martial arts styles. Yeah. How was your fight like with him? Because when I'm watching it, I'm like, I feel like in some other movies they adapt you to that fighting style. But in this one, you got a lot of judo
style,
and you're brawling him, and he's so fluid and
he's so fast.
Oh my gosh! So how was that?
Yeah, he's like the new Jet Li for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like I got lucky because I think the first time for me, like Kenji said, like I want you to fight like a judoka fight. I mean, like when I was competing, yes, everything when you were competing, I want that fight. That you fight like that here.
Yeah.
That's why he wrote the character background is a judoka. And I was like, really? And I was like you know what? Judo is like quite direct. There's no fancy, there's no acrobatic there. We're there to throw and to, to destroy.
Yeah.
And then it's not like other martial art that there's something that's visually beautiful. But judo is like, like you're King Kong, you go close distance and you grab it, you throw and you break the leg or break the arm. And then I was like, people not gonna understand, Kenji. I was like, no. It's our job to make them understand and introduce them to something new. And I was like, oh, all right, let's go.
Exactly.
And it was great because I think my character, and especially in that fight, it's all about my intention, all about to get close, to control the collar, control the sleeve, and then, and then throw him. Because in judo, because we're judoka, we can decide our face first or neck first to go to the concrete, right?
Yeah.
Once we have the control with the collar and sleeve, get close, we lift the person, and then we can actually decide which part land first on the concrete. So as a judoka, of course, you want to get that. You sacrifice a couple of hits, it's fine for you to grab that. And then, of course, that's my instinct as playing Navin in that fight. But Shemiao, of course, he's a kung fu master. I'm not gonna let you close.
Yeah.
And then the beautiful part of it, like he took off his jacket and rolled his sleeve.
So cool.
And then for judoka, that's like, the beautiful thing, Kenji, like put a shot on you because now you're
Steam curse, don't worry.
Yeah, you fucked because now there's nothing to hold, there's nothing for you to grip.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's such smart storytelling.
And it's like a cross translation too, because it's like it's and we'll talk about this later too, but like it's like different languages. And like seeing that like translation across, I think is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because like he is so slippery.
Yes.
So slippery. And you're
He's
just like you're just like trying to
like
grab
unagi. No, it's not unagi, it's the food. Sorry.
It's like eel. It's like eel. Yeah. It's trying to grab an eel. Yeah.
He's so good though.
Oh,
He's
everyone.
very
So
good.
Brian Lay,
Brian Lay, he's a monster.
Holy
he's like
cow.
T-Rex.
How does he move like that?
Well, he's the Asian American Sammo Hung for sure.
Yeah. Oh, for
There's
sure.
only one like with that size that can be very flexible and agile. Back in old days, 80s, 90s, that was
Just
Sammo
Samo.
Hung.
Yeah.
But now I think it's Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what do you call it? Their channel, by the way, you should definitely check that out if you ever see that. I'm going to link that in the description because their channel is insane. But yeah, it was such a great movie, The Movie The Furious. We're going to be screening it later today. Very excited to see how the crowd pops.
I mean, like, if you're listening to this and I can guess what you are like, we know our demos.
Our
you will like
demographic.
this movie. You will like this movie. Go see it. I promise you.
Yeah. But we have to talk to you about other movies, of course.
Yeah, we would love that.
Of course.
We talked about The Raid earlier, and all of our listeners love The Raid. Very important movie to men of our age.
True.
Can you like walk us through on like how did that movie come together the way it did?
Well, we didn't know, to be honest. It was like super low budget, like $1 million, $1.1 million, and shot in 3 months. And then everything was just super limited. The no fancy stuff.
Airsoft guns.
We came to the set, we worked like crazy, and then we just sat anywhere we could sit. And then food wise, we didn't really care. I think at that point we were just like, we trust Gareth, and we were like, let's make something great. That's it. That's our passion, right? Me, Iko, Kang Yayan, and the others. And then, but I think halfway throughout, halfway of shooting that movie, we realized that, oh shoot, because the movie pre-sales all over the world. Yeah, the movie's not even finished. And we're like, okay, this is something, and that motivated us to just went, more crazy in the process. And Gareth is so special, right? Gareth is a director that you don't know when the next shot is going to be. It could be like 30 takes, 40 takes. And at one point, me and Yayan, Kang Yayan, together, the fight, us in a room. Yeah, I think there's one shot that me and him were just looking at each other like because Gareth kept saying like again. And then I was like, Kang Yayan, you just hit me as hard as you can. Maybe he wanted that way to satisfy him, and then just do it. Are you sure? Yeah, just do it. And he hit me so hard, I reacted. I didn't react to it because it was just automatically I have to. And then I thought like, that's it. And then from afar, like, again. And we were looking at each other like, you know what? Just keep doing it.
Oh, God, it's so good.
He's so perfectionist.
How did they actually find you for the cast of the raid?
I applied myself
Really?
through Facebook.
Through Facebook.
Facebook?
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I know
Wait,
his
so
wife.
was-
I think his wife had found Eco, right, or something, or he had found Eco ways through something.
Yeah,
else.
I think he went to Eco's Silat Club and then
Gotcha.
fell in love with him straight away at
Yeah,
first sight.
applied through Facebook. That's
But
so
was there
cool.
like an ad on Facebook? Or
No,
like-
because I watched his first movie, Marantau, The Warrior,
Okay, yeah.
and I liked that movie so much. And then I believe I was still an athlete, but I think kind of like pivoting to do something else because I got
Yeah.
injured here and there. I couldn't fight anymore in a real life fighting.
Yeah.
And then I text him because who's the director of this movie? And I text him to Facebook, just random. Hey, Gareth, I'm a judo athlete. If you give me a chance, please, if you do whatever you do the next one, give me one chance to for audition.
Yeah.
If you don't like me, just throw me out. Thank you. And then he replied, yeah, we're actually now working on something. If you're interested, come to the office. And I
That's
came
so
to the
cool.
office.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So with a movie like that, and also with The Furious and many other movies, great Indonesian movies that you've been a part of as well,
Yeah.
how difficult is it to sort of express narrative and emotion through action? Because that's something I think Asian cinema does so much better than Western.
True.
Is in Western, especially now, we talk about this a lot. They
Yeah.
feel like a need to be like, this is how I'm feeling, and I need to tell you directly into the camera.
Yeah.
But in a lot of Asian cinema, especially in movies like this, it's like I'm going to show you how I feel and what the rage I'm feeling, the sorrow I'm feeling through physically emoting it to you,
True.
whether it's through a fight or through my
Yeah.
face. So how
Yeah.
difficult is that for you as an actor?
It's difficult because you have to do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, double can probably, if double replace you in a chunk of a fight scene, then you know, almost like I just betray the storytelling in that fight. So for me, because when let's say for an example, you fight for 2 minutes. So when you're fighting for 2 minutes, that you have to do everything. Of course, you know the progress of you, like 10 seconds. My energy is like 90, 100 now 90. And then in 30 seconds, I got hit here and there. And then am I going to be that fast as like the first second? I don't think so. Am I going to struggle to get up? Yes. So there's a storytelling for an actor that you have to kind of like pay attention to every single detail that happened to you. And then you are also pay attention to your energy.
Yeah.
Because, there's a lot of fight that people just go super speed until the end. I was like, that's cool. There's nothing wrong about it. But I think if you want to tell like a really honest storytelling, the character needs to get weaker and weaker and weaker.
Yeah,
and then if
for
you got hit, like you can really, okay, I broke my nose. I got probably my ribs fractured. Am I going to move agile like the first second? No. So those things as an actor, if you pay attention to that, and then you cannot use double, because when double jumps in, then it breaks the motion.
Your
It
immersion,
breaks, the storytelling. So I think that's why people, feel it when they watch like a good action scene. Somehow it's very hard to describe, but they can feel the pain. They can feel like,
Oh yeah,
and
you
then
like you're like in the chair.
engage
Like,
to
Yeah,
it.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah,
like,
sometimes if it's just cool, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just cool.
yeah.
It's just entertaining. But when you really put effort, like in performance, like acting, pay attention to your energy, pay attention to what happened to you throughout until the end, it's like it's a journey, right?
Yeah.
If the end you win, then you have to like have the psychological thing that the character is thinking he's winning. But if a character lose in the end, that you have to have the psychology that the character is knowing that, am I gonna die? Like that kind of thing. Even though half second, quarter second, when the camera, even though when they're fighting, when you're feeling that way, the audience can feel it too. Yeah.
yeah.
That's my opinion.
No, I
You're-
completely agree with you.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I think we see that too in some Western cinema that has come out recently. Like for example, like John Wick, I think Stahelski and them have said before,
Yeah.
like the raid was super inspirational for them and a lot of their work
Yeah.
too. But why do you think it's taken so long for the West to kind of catch on to that formula? Like we don't need to tell you stuff.
Yeah.
We can show you, and we can physically take you on this journey. Like you're saying, almost watching their battery deplete.
Yeah.
And like you
Yeah.
can kind of you resonate with that more as an audience member than you do as like a superhero where they just keep going.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then Keanu worked so hard, and then
For sure.
I appreciate it, look up to him. He's the type of actor that doing action, but really, really put an effort. Like he trained every day, and I saw his training, and then I'm like, well, hats off.
Yeah, his training with the Matrix alone, like the behind the scenes of his training on that is crazy. They like worked really hard on that. Him and
I
Lawrence
appreciate
Fishburne, too.
I appreciate those actors that really put that effort. Especially Oscar's gonna recognize on.
Yes, that's right.
Probably next year, 2 years.
Finally, yeah.
So that's gonna be like the what they consider.
Yeah.
If the fight scene with a lot of doubles, of course, not gonna win anything. But if the actors really put effort, and then pain is part of the game. You're doing action, you're not doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. We'd also like to talk to you about Warrior, a show that
I
you
love
turned
that
me on to
show.
Warrior. Yeah. You got to play like a very fun character, like a stoic bodyguard, buried emotion.
Yeah.
Now Tropper obviously has great, like he's a great screenwriter.
He's a great writer.
But what really drew you to that role?
Well, a true story. I got a call to play Assam. To be honest, I was in Korea shooting a Korean movie called Swordsman, and then I was in the middle of shooting, and then Justin Lin called me because now there are only like 4 or 5 candidates. So the studio usually they want to see you,
Sure.
like a screen test, whatever. And I told them I can't. I'm shooting. I cannot leave my team here because the schedule is already especially in Asia, schedule you go for a week, it ruins everything. Yeah. So you know what? I told Justin that it's okay. Probably it's not meant to be. And then John Tropper, I had a Zoom with him. He's like, but I have another role. But this is yours if you want it. I said, who? He's the love interest of the sister, but he's gonna die in the end of the season 1. And I was like, you know what? Justin found me, got me the Fast and Furious, opened the international doors for me. You know what? Whatever, he wants, if he wants me there, I'll be there. So I flew to Cape Town and then, knowing that the character's going to die in the end. But I think halfway of the season,
keep this guy
Jonathan
around,
do you want to stay? And I was like, yeah. If you want to stay, we're going to rewrite it, and then you're going to stay for another season. Yeah. One more season. And season 2, we're shooting halfway, and John said, Joe, do you want to stay? I was like, I love this family. Of course I want to stay. Okay, you're not going to die. We're going to continue season 3. So it's quite a beautiful journey for me, too. For me, I love that process better.
It's such a good show, too. It does so many brilliant things. One of the great things I love right in the beginning is when they're speaking in Cantonese right in the beginning, but then they do this like transitional scene where they switch to English. I thought that was so smart. It was such a brilliant way to get you into the scene.
I love Warrior, man. I really hope the show gets another chance.
I pray for that pretty much. How long have I been beating the drum on Warrior?
Long.
Forever. I'm like, you guys, everyone got to watch this. It's one of the best. And one of the things I love about it, it has what I think are the best fight scenes ever put to TV specifically. And what I like about it a lot is that it incorporates both Eastern styles from the group there, but also with Western styles like the brawling, which I think was very different styles as well.
True.
So what was the fight choreography like there with, because Brian Chen, right, was the
Brett Chen.
Brett Chen was the fight choreographer and also the second unit, right? I think director.
True.
So what was the fight choreography like set up with him?
Well, good thing with Brad is like so open with storytelling.
Yeah.
So the process with them, he designed a fight scene based on martial art aspect, and then all the team, they're from half of the team probably they hired people from China that really know about the kung fu things. And then when it's done, he invited the actor. He invited the actor, and then what do you think, and then what kind of storytelling you want to tell in this fight scene. So I like that a lot because Garrett, and then for me, because how I work, I just told you, Garrett at this point, I think Brad at this point, I think he's already kind of very weak. I don't think he moved that fast. Could you please, put an acting and performance in a choreography that already designed, and work with the second unit director how to combine performance and then good choreography, good fight choreography. So that process for me is very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the fights in that because you have this giant Irish guy doing the old school pugilism, but then he has to they adapt, and it's it's really interesting dance and mesh of styles. Not even just with them, but between you guys as well, with all different fight styles too.
So many styles.
So we're gonna do something called 6-pack. It's just 6 very quick questions, or you can answer as long as you want. But these are 6 fast questions.
I try my best.
So I asked Andrew Koji this last year, but have you had any conversations about a season 4 of Warrior? Not yet. God, that's such a good show.
I want to lie. I want to manifest, but Well, it's not fair if I say it's because all of my friends are going, oh my God, Joseph.
Yeah.
But not yet. But fingers crossed.
I practically grabbed him. I was like, please just say yes. I was like, please say yes. Oh my God.
Not yet so far, like sadly.
Tough. We talked earlier, you've been talking about how physically demanding these shoots are. But if you had to pick one scene in particular, what would be the most physically demanding scene you think you've ever shot?
Furious 5-way fight.
Furious 5-way fight? Yep.
Furious 5-way fight.
Yeah.
God, it's like there's so many moving parts in that. You want to talk
So
about environmental
maximalist,
damage.
Complex, yeah. It's not just fights, it's not just physical, because you have to think. Because fighting one-on-one is already hard, because you kind of like, you have to kind of find the synergy of pace, of rhythm with the guy that you're fighting. But now 5 people, then you have to work 4 times harder, because you have to know this guy worked this way, this guy worked that way, and is this guy good with agility, but power, this guy's speed. So to find like something like that we all can dance together, like the rhythm, that's the hardest one.
Yeah.
And then it was physical. And then Kenji liked to shoot like long takes. So it was a long take, a sequence that's so long. 5 people, we're working, we're dancing, we're circling, jumping, rolling, kicking, punching, and then one of us, like mostly me, maybe, I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. Half second late, and then the flow somehow fractured.
Gets disrupted.
And then they're like, oh, you got to do it again. And then again, that long take, it was quite depressing. And then I think that first couple of days that it happened that way, because we were like finding, the pace and the rhythm. And then that was hard.
Yeah, I read they built out the police station out of like an old store, right? In Thailand, and they just built the whole scene. And you're just there for days, just like
18 days there.
Oh my gosh.
Do you like it? Yeah.
Night shoot.
Night shoot. Yeah, that's
18
true.
days night shoot. So you never really sleep that good, Came back to the set like.
Speaking of big group fights, if you could shoot a fight scene with any 3 action stars in their prime, who would you pick?
In their prime?
In their absolute prime.
From the past as well?
Can be past as well, yeah.
Yeah, Jet Li.
Jet Li, of course.
And Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee, of course. Yeah.
And one more, Yasuaki Kurata.
Oh, sorry. Wait, let me look him up.
Yeah. He's the guy who's karate master who fought Jet Li in Fist of Legend.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because my dad loves him so much.
If I
gotta say,
if we do Furious 2, I think maybe I would add Tony Jaa into this.
Oh yeah,
that would be a great one.
Furious 2. Well, they're thinking about it.
Yeah, I think they should.
As
they should think long and hard.
Sequel, I don't know.
Yeah.
You talked about working with Justin Lin earlier on Furious.
Yeah.
If you had to pick any other franchise to join, I don't know if you're interested in franchise work at all, but if there's a franchise you could get your foot in the door in.
If I can make a big recommendation, I think you'd fit great in Mission Impossible. I think you'd be a phenomenal fit.
I would, I love Mission Impossible. But I don't know, my dream is always, that one for sure, but because I don't know, I like to play villain. I don't know why, because it's so free to play villain, because there's no border that you cannot do.
Yeah.
Villain is so free to do whatever,
Yeah.
It's just like there's no restrictions to whatever the character wants to go. So Bond.
Oh, okay.
I want to fight Bond.
Fight Bond. There we go.
There's casting. On one.
Denny Villeneuve.
It'd be you and Denny Villeneuve.
Denny Villeneuve.
Holy cow. If you're listening, Denny
I don't
Villeneuve.
know. For me, it's always like, wow, like Bond, fighting Bond one-on-one must be so nice.
Yeah. I mean, has Bond ever been to Jakarta before? Or anywhere in Indonesia? I don't think so.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet? Yeah.
Yes.
There it is. I mean, we could set it up. That would be cool.
We did just interview Stephen Knight.
We just did interview the writer of the new Bond pretty recently. But we were mostly trying to figure out if they were going to put
it depends
Oasis.
who they hire.
Yes.
Yeah, that too. If you could pick one martial art to have instant mastery in, what would you pick and why?
I would pick, because I'm good with close combat already. So I think distance-wise, probably... It's so hard, so many. Things with kicks, yeah. I think
anything with kicks?
Yeah, I think martial that special focusing with kicks.
Yeah.
Could be Taekwondo, could be Capoeira, could be, that's like distance.
Capoeira, that's
yeah.
a crazy one. Oh my God, like dance fighting.
If
like
I can combine,
yeah.
distant fight and then close combat, I think I could, manage to kick ass more.
And then the final question, Indonesian cinema.
Yeah.
If you had to recommend one Indonesian movie to our listeners, which one would you choose?
Non-action, action?
We'll say not The Raid, because most of our audience members have seen The Raid and The Raid too.
Yes.
I cannot say my own movie. It's so weird.
You could definitely say. I
Absolutely
recommend.
say your own movie.
I've recommended plenty. I've recommended the night. I recommend Night Comes to Us.
I think I recommend that Come For Us because I think that movie, surprisingly, it's still a lot of people really like that one, but not many people have seen it. So
I think I recommend like Headshot too. I liked a lot.
Headshot.
Yeah,
and there's another one, Titi Sandara. There's a one Indonesian title called, I forgot the English title, but that's recently just out there. Without Eco produced it. It's Eco's production house, but there's a female lead.
Okay.
And the female lead, that one is pretty badass. I think premiere at Fantastic Fest and got really great reviews.
Very cool. There's some girls that fight in Night Comes For Us who are crazy. Holy cow. The blonde hair actress, she's
Julie Estelle.
Holy cow.
Yeah, she is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't want to make another one, like a spin-off about her.
Yeah.
Because that's already like in Timos, the director's had that the sequel is gonna be about her, and then I'm gonna be there, but I close like half of the movie. I'm gonna show up again. I just spoiled it. It's okay, but that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And then I don't know why they just never really green light that idea.
I wonder if Timo's free, because Timo just did Nobody 2, right?
Yeah.
And I think I wonder what else he's got going on. Oh, yeah.
She's for post-production Jason Statham movie.
Okay.
Oh,
that's a great mix right there. Timo and Jason Statham.
And then I think he told me he's gonna come back to Indonesia to do Indonesian movie first before he's doing his international roller coaster.
He has a great head for action. Some of the fight scenes in Night Comes To Us are
great vision.
Crazy. My gosh. But again, The Furious coming out June 12th. Again, if you're watching this, we not only have this interview, but we also have a very interesting video coming up soon too. So keep your eyes tuned for that. Go watch The Furious when it comes out. Thank you so much for joining us, Joe.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Worst remakes, which some of you, I guess, maybe would say. Though actually, I think even the people who didn't like Master Universe, I think the Dolph Lundgren one was worse.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Let's talk worst remakes. Ranked choice. We all ranked 15 things. They get bonus points if they're the number one ranked thing. They get bonus points if they're on all 5 lists, which only one was. They get bonus points for showing up on multiple lists, etc. So that's how we do it. We kind of load up, the more a movie shows up on lists, the higher it'll be on the list. So here are our top 10. Number 10, this was on Kirk's list and on Klemmer's list. A good one. I missed on this one. I almost went back and edited my list, but it didn't seem fair because I'm the one who sees the lists beforehand. But this is a great choice. 2006's Poseidon.
Oh, damn.
Great pick. I should have had this one. It's a great pick.
Featuring a gay Richard Dreyfuss.
That's right. And the first one the Gene Hackman one is so good. Like for what it is.
It's also aware of what it is. A classic Irwin Allen.
It's the first one of it, right?
70s. Yes, kind of nominated for Best Picture, I think. This, first of all, my takeaway from this movie, Klemmer, now 20 years later, was, and I like him, and stuff. I've liked him and stuff, but I was like, oh, Josh Lucas doesn't have it. Like whatever that thing is, he doesn't have it. Like go be the second guy to Patrick Bateman. I like you there. Kurt Russell, one of the worst I think Kevin Dillon is better in Reagan than he's in Poseidon. That's what I would say with Poseidon 20. Totally unnecessary. Russell Klemmer at that point wasn't doing a lot of stuff.
No.
Like we were at that point where he was kind of not.
It might be.
Horrible,
you can make a case it's Russell's worst performance of his career. You can make that argument. And
am I right? Am I right that the late great Wolfgang Peterson is the director?
Correct.
A fantastic Das Boot, Never-Ending Story.
Yep.
In the Line of Fire.
In the Line of Fire. The
Yes.
greatest movie ever made.
In the Line of Fire. Air Force One. Producer on Bicentennial Man.
That's the best one yet.
And then in the years before this, did The Perfect Storm in 2000, which still has.
I like Perfect Storm.
Huge. kind of dumb, but a huge hit. Yeah.
A movie that's getting, because of the Odyssey, a lot of like retroactive, a ton of love lately. Troy.
Troy, yeah.
I don't like Troy.
And then he did
like
Poseidon, and that was it. No more English language movies.
Yeah. I mean, this is a legend directed. It looks like shit. Yeah,
so that's I think that's part of the problem with doing this list is there's so many bad ones. Some just like this didn't even cross my mind. And the second it's on your list, I was like, damn it, that's a great one.
I almost spent an hour on either, but just to Kenjac's point from earlier, like the idea that they were like Poseidon, that people are gonna be like, ooh, that franchise is coming back. Right? You can just make it any disaster on a boat. Who cares? Yeah. Like the idea they had to do that. No one was like, oh my god.
But maybe it could have worked. I don't know. Like I said, Josh Lucas though, like they tried so hard to make him work, and he is
lightweight.
Oh my god, he's like watching paint dry.
Limp dick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Josh Lucas is perfect in Sweet Home Alabama. That is like no one more made for that. Just like lukewarm water, white rice roll.
Ford versus Ferrari when he plays like the bad executive or something like that's great. Josh Lucas territory.
Small amount. You can't carry a picture.
That's a good one. That's a great one. Number 10.
Good one.
Number 9. This is my number 1.
Oh.
Only Gooch has it. So me putting it at 1, put it into the list. Now, there could be, you might say, is it a remake? I think it is a remake because I don't think it has any connective tissue to the other ones. And that is 2016's all-female Ghostbusters movie.
I thought about
I didn't even think about that one either.
Which, I'll tell you what, I've long said, all the man babies who went on YouTube, the worst thing that happened about them complaining about this movie being an all-female movie is that it overshadowed the fact that this movie was a complete pile of shit. And it scared people off from properly skewering this movie. And it got shit, don't get me wrong. But it was during that time where like you had these people like, oh, it's all women and we're not going to like it. And they did that all before it came out. And it ruined the fact that this should have been absolutely panned in every way, shape, and form for years. Because this movie fucking stinks. This movie is so bad, so unfunny. And I like Paul Feig, and Paul Feig can do some bad stuff and he can do some good stuff. This is his masterclass at having no idea what he was doing behind the camera. And the behind the scenes for this and the interviews he does where he's like, yeah, we just let him riff. You probably shouldn't have done that because it's not funny and it just veers off in directions that make it's terrible. Terrible. Well, the thing that I always think about is Leslie Jones was so fucking annoying in the trailers for this movie, but then she ended up being like one of the only interesting things in the movie because everyone else was so garbage. Like it was such an unbelievable misunderstanding of what made the first Ghostbusters like funny. And whatever they did was so bad. And I always hate that there was that pre-release like cry fest from YouTubers because it didn't allow this movie to properly get skewered. Because this movie stinks. Stinks.
Set women back. It set women back decades. It really did.
And
Kate McKinnon,
it's like a gate, right? It's like Watergate. Like this is female Ghostbusters is used as like an explainer for stuff like that. It was that bad.
They didn't learn their lesson on that movie.
No, not at all. No lessons were learned.
Reskinning a franchise with a swap gender, whatever.
Ocean's 8 came out after that, right?
Right after that, I mean, like maybe like 4 or 5 years.
Kate McKinnon, like that.
That was the
fact
downside.
That they even kept trying with her after this movie is fucking insane. She's just awful.
There's actually a worse Melissa McCarthy remake that's not on this list that I just remembered that I'll have to talk about later. That's actually maybe worse than this.
You know,
I actually know for a fact it's worse than this. Okay, I gotta write.
I know you weren't a fan of Black Mermaid.
Yeah,
I know you weren't.
Klemmer's worst movie of the decade, I think.
Okay, number 8 had as many points. Number 8 was tied with Ghostbusters, but it was on 3 lists. It was on mine, Kenjac, and Gooch's, though I am sure Kirk and Klemmer do not like it either. That is the Tom Cruise. This must kill Gooch. The Tom Cruise mummy.
Terrible.
So bad.
Terrible.
It's bad.
So bad.
It was at the back end of the bad years. It was the bad years for Tom. And this was the worst of that. It really was. It was either this or that Redford movie that he did. Lion and Sheep, whatever.
The one with Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that one's
Lions for Lambs.
Yeah.
I only watched half of this movie.
terrible.
I shut off halfway through. I'm like, this is
Terrible. Fucking this felt the first time where Cruise was like desperate, like he was underwater. Yeah.
It's kind of like, and we've mentioned it before, the fact that not only was it awful, but it killed an entire universe, I think does really count even more against it.
That picture, I'll go back and look at it every few months. It's crazy. They're all posing.
And all still very good actors.
Russell Crowe and
like Javier Bardem.
A movie that stood no chance because it was bad, by the way. But obviously the trailer being leaked without the audio was just a death blow before it came out.
That's right.
It made it.
That's right.
If you don't know this, the trailer leaked, but the trailer had only sound effects and nothing else. So when they were there, like there's a scene where the plane is crashing and they're tumbling around a plane, and all you hear is like, oh,
Tom Cruise screaming.
Ooh. It's like it's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. It's Kenjac's favorite ending to a movie in the last 15 years. Jake Johnson's character.
Jake Johnson, yeah. Thanks
he
for bringing me back to
and
life.
He gets brought back, and he just goes, "Hey, thanks for bringing me back, dude." And that's how the movie ends.
Like actually, how it is. It's crazy. It's an insane move. Yeah, bad movie,
man. Number seven. So Poseidon 10, 2006, 2016 Ghostbusters, number 9, 2017 The Mummy. Number 7 is my number 2, and I think this is like an affront on art and cinema, and that is 2016's mega flop. 2 on my list, 13 on Kirk, 8 on Kenjac, Ben-Hur.
So bad.
The Ben-Hur remake.
Tony Cavill. Yeah.
And totally forgotten about too. Like I actually forgot about it until we started looking. I was like, that's right, they fucking made this movie. I had no memory of it. None. I saw it.
The
It's
director,
a huge epic too. Like it would cost so it's crazy.
the director went on to make 2026's Mercy with Chris Pratt.
Oh my
right.
God. This guy's a fucking terrorist.
The same guy that also did War of the Worlds, no?
Right, which by the way, the original recently came out in an unbelievable remaster in 4K. Like how it looks as good as it's unbelievable. So to have this staple of Hollywood and movies be remade into a shit sandwich. It was so fucking bad, and boy, did it bomb. Holy crap, did it bomb at the box office.
The real winner is Klemmer, who was in his basement, his buddy's basement, never saw it.
Correct. Never saw it. 2016. Never saw Ben-Hur.
You win. You win. That was 2016. That's a win for you right there.
You're good on that one. You can.
I had one good thing happen in 2016. All right, let's go.
Yes.
You can move that one to the side. Obviously, the original is 3.5 hours long. This one's in 2 hours, I think. Made $94 million on a $110 million budget. The marketing was they pushed the movie heavy,
big time. Yeah.
I remember I was working at Good Morning America at the time when this came out, and they promoted the shit out of this movie with us, I believe. So yeah, that's like an offensive remake. That's number 7. Number 6 on my list, on Gooch's list, on Kenjac's list. I actually thought this would end up being higher, but it's at 6, and it's very well deserved. And this person also recently did another remake, which was not on my list, but also a fucking stinker. And that is 2013's Old Boy from Spike Lee.
Not good. Not good.
I thought
a remake of an amazing South Korean movie of the same name from Park Chan-wook, who obviously we reviewed his movie from last year, No Other Choice. This movie has one of the best fight scenes of all time. This is, I mean, Kenjac, you have it at 4. The Old Boy from Spike Lee was like, if I'm in this movie, I don't bring Josh Brolin, Elizabeth Olsen, I would never speak about it again.
No, should have honestly, and it kind of did kill Josh Brolin a little bit, and also just Spike Lee. He should have been actually cinema should have come together and said you're not allowed to remake an Asian movie ever again. And unfortunately, it didn't, which is why we got another movie, which I assume is an unlisted.
Crazy. Whoever just said a minute ago they didn't learn their lesson from female Ghostbusters.
Yeah,
Spike Lee didn't learn his lesson from this movie because he remade
Highest to Lowest. Yeah,
he did Highest to Lowest
last year. Yeah,
why he went and tried to remake one of Kurosawa's best movies, and it is terrible.
Dog shit
with Denzel. It's awful.
Learned 0 lessons from making this movie to bring over into Highest to Lowest. He's like, oh, I'll do my spin on it. I'll make it completely different. It's that's not the fucking point. I don't know. Old Boy was awful. Brolin was an absolute dud in it, and like it lost every bit of charm. Which a lot of these movies, I feel like in Asia and Europe, when they try to remake our movies, I feel like they do a better job of it than when we try and do it the other way. Which is what makes me worried about a lot of movies that are going to come up soon. Like they're going to make remakes of The Raid. They're going to make remakes of Another Round, which we talked about. Like they're making in another movie, Danish movie, which I think we'll talk about soon. We're just bad at it. We're really fucking bad at it, and I don't think we should do it anymore. And this is a great example of why.
I just the fact that he made Old Boy, then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna remake High and Low. I'm gonna remake a Kurosawa movie. It's like, good, stop, dude, stop. Stop.
He should be actually banned now. He should not be allowed to remake any more movies.
Yeah.
These Highs to Lows had that banger song for me.
Oh God, it was
Back
so
out
bad.
the trunk, from the front. To
They
the
thought that was really a hit. Like they really thought that was a
It's
banger.
in my playlist now. It's a playlist. I've come around on it. But no, Old Boy. I mean, he's got to be the best filmmaker that's going to be on this list too, right?
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee?
Probably.
Yeah.
No, not for me.
Not for you?
No.
Oh, yeah,
it's close
yeah,
for me.
yeah.
Close. But I would say yes, but close.
Yeah.
I mean, we just talked Poseidon, right? Like it's like it is.
I mean, you know,
Like,
honestly,
there's a couple on here.
I think, yeah, I'll put In Line of Fire up against any movie Spike Lee ever made. Now it's fucking crazy, but sorry, I will. It's not.
Yeah, I
it's
agree
better
with
than
that.
Malcolm. It's better than Malcolm X. Right, Klemmer? Right, Klemmer?
It's not better. It's not better than Inside Man.
I agree.
Not better than Inside Man.
That's true.
Banger.
Inside Man's fun.
So this next movie, number 5. So we got Poseidon 2006, Ghostbusters 2016, The Mummy 2017, the Ben-Hur remake, Old Boy remake, and number 5, number 1 on Kenjac's list, number 6 on Kirk, number 13 on mine, a remake of a 1980s classic. That is Red Dawn.
One of the worst. Like earnestly, I think because I have such a great affinity for the original movie. Like that's a movie like me and my dad watched a million times growing up, and like, it's not like it's fucking Citizen Kane or something, but it's so
Fucking Red Dawn. It's awesome.
it's an awesome movie,
great.
and it is so fucking bad, that remake. It is horrendous, top to bottom. Like I feel like in pre-production when they had Josh Peck lined up to play like the Charlie Sheen character, they should have been like, oh, I think we fucked up here. I think we got something wrong. So yeah, I just one of the worst remakes, in my opinion, the worst that I've ever seen. So fucking bad.
Legit, so this movie was on as a kid. This could be a niche category for me. I could recite the entire first film. The first cast is like remarkable. Like it's amazing who's in that movie when you watch it. This was now I could see why you want to do it. I can see why you want to do it today. Like I understand, but sometimes you have to say we're not doing this again. This is one of these movies. There's no reason to do it. You're not going to make it better than it was the first time. It's flawed. It's a mess. The original one, the Milius one, but it's fucking great. This is offensive. I'm offended by this. As an American, I'm offended by this.
Like Powers Booth is like the 80th build guy on that. Like Harry Dean Stanton. Like in this one, it's like we got Josh Peck. It's like fuck you, dude. Like I hate that movie so much.
Somehow not career death for some people. And this Chris Hemsworth, that obviously didn't impact him. Josh Peck ended up in Oppenheimer.
Took a long time though. He was gone
it took
for a while
much
after
longer.
this.
Josh Hutcherson is a bad. The Josh Peck in this. He's got like a bad like emo haircut.
terrible.
Oh, this is a bad movie.
Because they all like the guys in Red Dawn are like those are mostly grownish dudes. Like Swayze looks like he is a grown man. Like to a degree, like Charlie Sheen's got like a little bit of like daywalking there, and like the rest of them. And then you get like Jennifer. Oh, it just makes me mad. It makes me mad even thinking about
Hey,
it.
you have Leah Thompson's in it. C. Thomas Howell is in it. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, Red Dawn, bad movie. Number 4, beat Red Dawn by 1 point in our point system. It was in 3 lists: Kirk, Klemmer, and myself, and that is the 1998 banger, one of the most marketed movies of all time, Godzilla. A movie so bad. Well, I have a little affinity for this because I grew up with this. I was 7 years old. It was like I remember going to see this with my dad and my friends. And I remember like just the market ever fucking Edie's ice cream,
Doritos,
Taco Bell, like it was everywhere. It was
The soundtrack was everywhere.
yeah.
and
Yes.
and they never showed the monster in the marketing. That was part of the marketing. They didn't show it, it was an incredible marketing campaign.
Remember the old guy goes fishing in the trailer, Klemmer? He's going there and it gets like knocked out. All that shit. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yes.
The first trailer that he stomps the dinosaur bones, like they're trying to do like an anti-Jurassic Park type thing, and like it is so bad.
It's just Matthew Broderick like whining around the streets of New York. He's just whining
really-
and complaining.
Really miscast Matthew Broderick and like what? I don't know what they
Horrible.
were
Yes.
thinking. I don't know what they were going for.
He's running around Madison Square Garden just like complaining. It's rough.
Mm-hmm. It is so stupid and so bad. And that Godzilla design is so hated that Toho and the Japanese, they don't even consider it. They call it Zilla. They don't consider it Godzilla. Like they recognize it, but it's like, this is not like, that's not Godzilla. That's another monster. It's another thing. Yeah, this thing was, it's one of those, there's something on this list that was the first movie I ever remember being like, oh, that's bad. This was close. I was just a little too young for it. But then I did rewatch it not long after when it came out and I got older. I was like, oh, this kind of sucks.
Like, honestly,
this
shocked.
movie.
Terrible.
Shocked Spike Lee didn't direct this one.
But you got to remember, this is Roland Emmerich coming off Independence Day.
Exactly.
So you're like, holy shit! Like, let's go,
Huge.
Godzilla. It's gonna be yes.
Yeah.
He hasn't made a movie in 3 years. That's a shame.
You mean Moonfall? Like how long?
Oh, that was
That's 3 years ago.
bad.
Well, what
4
a
years
banger.
ago. Godzilla 98. One outside of Phantom Menace and then eventually Force Awakens, I guess, the craziest marketing campaign of all time. Like, just insane. Number 3. Kenjac's number 2. Kirk's number 4. My number 7. This one is here's another one. Very similar to Red Dawn. Remake of a fantastic, beloved, though I guess not 80s, 90s movie of the same name, Point Break from 2015.
So fucking bad. Holy shit, that was bad.
This one must have fed you more than Red Dawn.
Exactly.
Kirk.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Red Dawn guy. It's one, but it's very similar, Kenjac. Like, it's the same. Like, there is no reason to remake, none, unless
You can't
unless
remake
did something
Swayze.
great, which they didn't. There's no, you cannot. That's what we've learned. Lesson learned.
Yep.
But I think they're going to remake Dirty Dancing, right? Didn't they do that?
No, they did, but they did it with
remake,
they did it with what do you call it?
They did a Roadhouse remake last year.
Yes, right, with Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Which I thought was fucking. It's on my
Right.
list, but
You're gonna make another. Yeah.
I never saw this Point Break. I think Point Break
yeah.
is like one of the greatest movies of all time,
Terrible.
and I refuse to watch something that I know I'll hate.
It's awful. It doesn't understand anything about what makes the first one special.
It'd make me too mad.
It would make you more than mad. It is horrendous.
Sucks.
Horrendous remake. Does
Who directed
zero
this?
charm.
Who directed this, Chef?
It's a good question, actually. I'm not sure.
Do you know who directed this?
You don't know who? Come on, how do you not know who directed this? It's obviously Erickson Core.
Oh,
Yes, of course.
Sincorfa.
I didn't realize that.
That's your guy. He directed Invincible with. No, he did not. He was in Invincible. Wait, what?
Oh,
The movie?
Oh no, he directed. Yeah, he directed the Invincible with
The
Mark
Wahlberg movie?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
we
Oh, with the,
we
with
almost
the
made
Eagles?
it. We almost made it without mentioning Mark Wahlberg. Actually, we're definitely going to talk about Mark Wahlberg in about 2 minutes.
Yes, right. Yes, I hope so.
He was a director on the new
right.
MacGyver series as well.
Oh, good.
he shot Daredevil. He was cinematographer on Daredevil, Ben Affleck, for whatever that's worth.
That's perfect.
That's the guy you want doing
Jesus.
a Point Break remake.
What a fucking resume. Jesus.
It's fucking crazy.
That is just fucking crazy. Yeah, that movie is bad. That's a good one to never have seen. It's
Yes.
like Red Dawn is terrible, but I also think they did watch Red Dawn and try to do something different. Point Break, like I think they were described Point Break and then made Point Break. Like I don't even think they saw Point Break.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. There was a tie between number 1 and number 2. And I made the tiebreaker how many lists it shows up on. So number 1 was on 5 lists. Number 2 was on 4 lists. Gooch didn't have it. And I'm curious if Gooch has seen it. Or if he forgot about it. Because this movie is... my issue with this movie is that it's described a certain way by the director, which so many of these other ones are so genuine and they thought they were going to be good that they're stinkers. The director of this movie is a very relevant director, just recently released movie we all liked, but remade a classic and claims that it was an experiment. And that to prove that, whether you believe him or not, to prove that you can't just remake movies. And that's Gus Van Sant's 1998 Psycho.
Oh yeah, I have not seen that.
It's... Oh, God.
Number 1 on my list. Yeah.
It's number two on mine.
It's almost a complete perfect shot for shot remake.
It's a shot for shot remake. It's so horrible. Vince Vaughn, coming off of Swingers, did this, and it kind of hurt him.
Julianne Moore, Viggo Mortensen, William H. Macy.
It's so bad. And it's all Heche. So it's in color. It doesn't work. It's such a frustrating. Isn't Robert Forster in that too?
I think he is. This is Van Zandt after Good Will Hunting, so he's got some juice. And he goes in there like, what do you want to make? What do you want to make? Anything you want. For the first time in your career, you have a budget. And he's like, I want to remake this movie literally shot for shot with no difference at all. In the audience, no, I mean, it's just I don't even understand it. It's
and somehow
baffling. I guess I almost applaud.
It shows Hitchcock's genius, because it is shot for shot, but it has no soul, no anything. It's almost like you don't care what's happening on the screen. It's very bizarre.
Not at all. Like Anne Heche gets killed, you're like, yep, she's gonna get killed here in the shower. Like, there it is.
You see that would turn a lot of people off from I don't want to see Vince Vaughn play a villain again, but you'd be wrong because they did it again, like True Detective season 2 and a few other things. But he's just
that was so many years later, though.
Yeah, you would have thought you'd watch if you're thinking of True Detective 2, I want my big bad villain guy.
He wanted to be a dramatic actor, and this took the legs off from under him almost instantly.
Tough,
terrible, the whole explanation. I don't know if I believe it, but it makes me not. It made me not put it higher than I did. Because I had it at 10. If I had it a little higher, it would have been our number 1. Klemmer, you have it at 1. Kirk 2. Kenjac 6. It just the whole this was intentional thing. It's like
intentionally what though? I bought a ticket for the movie and I saw
it was an experiment to prove that you can't just shot for shot remake a classic.
I'm sure the studio was thrilled with that.
Yeah. Number 1 was on all 5 lists. We were talking about Mark Wahlberg one way or the other. 13 for Gooch, Kenjac 5, Kirk 10, Klemmer 4, myself 3. First movie I remember saying, oh, this is not very good. Also came with the first DVD player I ever owned. So it's the first DVD I ever owned, and that is 2001's Planet of the Apes.
So bad. Dreadful.
Which they tried to, there's a great interview when they did the roundtable thing when Paul Giamatti was nominated for The Holdovers. You could tell they were kind of trying to make fun of the movie, and they're like, "Hey, maybe Planet of the Apes," and he was like, "Oh, I kind of love that." He was like, "I liked playing an ape," but it looks weird, it feels weird. Poor Charlton Heston's in the movie in a cameo. Oh, they dragged him in. Oh, just this movie is so nonsensical. It's one of the dumbest endings of all time. He returns to Earth, and Tim Burton thought he cooked with that. He's like, oh, this is going to be more shocking than the original's ending. And it's Thade, the ape is
Tim
now
Roth.
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
one of the dumbest endings of all time.
Is this the first bad Tim Burton movie?
Yes.
Because I remember walking out being like, I can't believe that just happened. Because I was a pretty big Tim Burton fan going into that. And it began a tough. I know I
liked Mars Attacks, so
I liked Mars Attacks.
Sleepy Hollow after that. I like Sleepy Hollow better than that.
Me too.
I don't think.
But this was the first bad one.
This is the first bad one.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotta rewatch Mars Attacks. Actually, that's funny.
Terrible movie. All right, here's so number 1, Planet of the Apes. Number 2, Psycho, Point Break, Godzilla, Red Dawn, 6, Old Boy, Ben-Hur, The Mummy, Ghostbusters, and then Poseidon. The rest of what was out there, because there's a lot. We had a lot of ones that didn't make the list. Number 11 almost hit. Gooch and myself had in our top 10. That's the Fantastic Four from 2015 with Miles Teller.
God,
that's bad.
Yeah. That's
but
a bad
the original's also not like some world-ending.
Yeah, I think that hurts it a little bit, for sure. Yeah. After that, we have Death Wish 2018. That was obviously a horror. That's a great one, Kirk.
Wow,
I think I had it number 1.
You did.
Oh wow,
Bronson rolling over in his grave at that one. That
is a great one. Another good one. War of the Worlds 2025. Technically.
I got an affinity to it.
The Ice Cube one. That didn't even cross my mind.
The 2025. Okay.
Yeah.
So I thought it's 2005.
That is not even a movie. I don't even know what the fuck.
It's an Amazon Prime commercial. Yeah.
A couple of us had Disney ones. Number 14, Gooch had Pinocchio from 2022 with Tom Hanks.
Stinker.
So bad. So bad. So bad that like you have a Tom Hanks Disney live action movie where he leads it and they're like, we can't put this in theaters. Like they were like, we can't put this in theaters. They had to put it straight on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Klemmer, you said Snow White 2025.
Yeah, it's my number 2 on the list. That is horrible.
Yep.
It's a truly horrible film.
I forgot about this one. Gooch had this one good one. They remade Hellboy in 2019. Terrible.
Oh, David Harbour. That's right.
Awful movie.
Oh, yeah.
Awful movie.
Yep. Rollerball 2002. Kirk, no, that's a good one. The Thing was remade
Oh,
in
so fucking
2011. Gooch and I had this one, Flatliners in 2017.
bad. The original's not that good.
Original's
which
not
also-
great.
Yeah.
Great cast.
Yeah.
Flatliners
Really good
2017 was a bad movie, though.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, my God.
It is a bad one.
Oh, we lost Kirk. 1 second. All right, I think Kirk's phone might have died, so we'll just rip the rest.
Okay.
The Gambler 2014, Mark Wahlberg again. Terrible remake. Kirk and I had that one. 2014 Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I hate that.
Highest to Lowest.
Stinker.
Klemmer Oscar 1991.
Tough. Sylvester Stallone. Tough. Might be his worst movie. That's Rocky 5 counting that.
Not
Roadhouse
top of my
remake
grandma
really
will shoot.
bad. The Vanishing remake.
That is especially insulting. The Vanishing remake is insulting. Same director as the original, too.
Here's a good one. The Hitcher.
Ooh, with Sean Bean, I think was the second one, or Rutger Hauer's the first one.
Rutger Hauer. And the first
Yeah.
one's scary as fuck. This
Yeah.
one is dead on arrival.
The Wicker Man. Baby Stood Still. Kirk had Arthur with Russell Brand.
Yes. That's a good one.
City of Angels. Downhill. Great one. Remake of Force Majeure.
that-
Terrible.
So fucking bad, unbelievable, especially with the cast they had on it. Oh, crazy.
Home Sweet Home Alone from 2002. Gooch had that
Oh,
one.
man. Ouch.
Good pick. Good pick.
The Wolfman, Dumbo, that was my Disney edition. Terrible. Oh, Michael
Forgot
Keaton,
about that
Tim
one.
Burton.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell, 2017.
Stinker.
My Father the Hero.
All-time creepy film. Don't check it out. It's creepy.
The Crow. Flubber. Total Recall. Conan the Barbarian. A Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. Annie was a great one. Great pick there
good
by
pick.
Klemmer. Annie 2014. Carrie 2013. Poltergeist 2015. Another Disney one. The Lion King 2019. Pet Cemetery 2019.
John
The
Lithgow.
Heartbreak
Heart,
Kid.
yeah.
Oh my God. Heartbreak Kid.
wow.
Kirk had that.
Terrible.
The Karate Kid. And then I had the Pink Panther with Steve Martin. But I did forget
That's a good
one. Which actually good. That's a good segue. It was not a Melissa McCarthy movie. It was a Rebel Wilson Anne Hathaway movie.
Oh, the Hustle
Remake
or
of Dirty
fucking-
Rotten
sorry,
Scoundrels.
Oh.
Called The Hustle.
The Hustle. Yeah.
Oh.
So bad. Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. It is, and you know the scene, Klemmer. I assume you've never seen it, Klemmer.
I've seen the original, not the remake.
No, not the Hustle. I assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've not seen The Hustle.
So obviously in the original Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, when like the whole bit about him in the wheelchair can't use his legs, right? Like their version of that was like it had something to do with like dipping a fry into a toilet, like a French fry into a toilet. Oh, it's so bad. The Hustle was so bad. Oh my God. And you don't even. I don't think I realized it was a remake when we reviewed it, Kenjac. I think we were just like, oh, and then it was like, oh, it's a remake of Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Like,
Like,
what
oh.
the fuck? Yeah.
You probably should have The Grudge on here too. Honestly, the more I think.
Oh, The Grudge, another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grudge-
All right,
yeah,
good list.
Grudge
Steven
is a
Spielberg.
bad movie.
Bad.
Spielberg next week. I'm sure we'll do Spielberg rankings. That probably seems right.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I feel like we know what one will be, but I don't know what the rest of the list will look like. Very excited. Disclosure Day. We'll figure out what we're going to do other than that. But that is it for Kirk, Klemmer, Kenjac, Gooch. I'm Jeff D'Lo. We will talk to you next time.